This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial A-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
Oh!
From the Queen Studios of New York, it is Valentine's Day. It is UFC Fight Week. It is Bellator Fight Week. Artem Lobov has signed with Bare Knuckle Boxing, and we're going to talk about it live with the MMA-Holes. Wonderful, wonderful, happy Valentine's Day, and I am alone tonight. It's the beginning of the new MMA-Holes. JBH is not here. Now, those of you who did not see last Monday's show, well, things went down and JBH is gone. The community has been in an uproar. Like, where are you going, JBH? How could you leave us? And some kind words from the community. We did a poll, and in that poll, I asked the community, will JBH leave the show, or are the MMA-Holes in search of a new co-host? 31% said she's leaving the show. Yes, sir. And 69% said JBH ain't going nowhere. No. Get your votes in. 354 people have voted, and that is correct. If you're just jumping in, you missed the Monday show. We are JBH-less. I don't know what to say. It's a sad night. I have no Valentine's Day date. You have no Valentine's Day date. I guess we're going to have to fuck each other now. I don't know. Anyway, the show must go on, and the show will go on. Artem Lobov is the new Bare Knuckle boxing champion. Now, when I saw this, he signed on for a 3-fight deal for Bare Knuckle. I was like, wait, hold on a second. Does Bare Knuckle boxing want someone to die? How could they take off the gloves of Artem Lobov? How could they take away the protection for the other fighters, strip Artem of his gloves, and let him punch a man with his bare skin, his bare knuckles? I can't believe it. And we get to see this for 3 fights. He will be murdering 3 people. Jason the Kid Knight will be his first victim. They are letting a man compete in combat sports with no gloves on. I can't even believe that this is a thing. I am shocked. I'm appalled by Bare Knuckle. I think Artem Lobov, or Gotbov, is one of the greatest things out there. And now he would be fighting with no gloves. He is over here with gloves, and people have lived. Without, I see death, and I see it quickly. Chat room, hello. I know it's a somber day. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. But we are without our co-host. So let's see what's going on in there. We'll get to some news. And we have 2 hours. We'll open up the phone lines. And we'll get your thoughts on. And thank you for the Ren. Yeah, look, Ren's the best, right? Check him out over here. And there's Ren. How could you have a Valentine's Day without Ren, right? Stimpy, you idiot. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We have 20 likes. Let's celebrate those likes without JBH.
20 likes, 20 likes, I've got fucking 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes, I've got fucking 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes, I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
Thank you very much for the likes over here as we have a somber day, a transition show. I need a co-host. We need a co-host. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Chris H says, kind of sucks without Jesse. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Drunk Savage.
She really left, didn't she? Flushed face, broken heart.
Drunk, thank you for the donation. And yes, there is an empty seat next to me. There's no JBH. She is gone. But it's okay. The greatest community stays together. We can do this. I know. I feel. I believe in the MMA-Holes as we all unite. And thank you, Drunk Savage. And thank you to the likes, to the people that still support this fantastical show. 20 more likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
We have 4 leprosy victims tonight on the MMA-Holes. We started off the show with bare knuckle boxing Artem Lobov. That's right, he has no gloves and people will die now. People will feel the wrath of the goat Bob. Let's see what's going on in that chat. Moss keeps getting older, but his women keep getting younger.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Get a hooker, says Jennifer. Maybe we will. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Maybe we'll get a hooker to fill in. We still here for you, Chris. This is the Holes, motherfuckers. That's right. David Flores is.
Hanging with the boys.
Tonight we get some sympathy likes. It is, man, Valentine's Day. No beautiful co-host. Chris, do you regret not sniffing JBH's bum more? Well, maybe that is the problem. You know, maybe myself, I should have stepped to the plate and sniffed her bum more, and I didn't sniff it. That could be it. I thought you had a hooker. No. And so, what the fuck happened to Miss JBH, says El Senor. You have to watch the Monday show. Now, if you want to know more about the behind-the-scenes stuff with the MMA-Holes, there's a link in the description called Not the MMA-Holes. Check that out over there, and we will get more personal with our stuff, with our show. And you can find the nitty-gritty, the details, the behind-the-scenes stuff, reactions, and all that other bullshit. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes, Paul, she is back with Malcolm. That's what happened. Chris, is Jesse in the other room, says Sean Hart. We'll find out on Not the MMA-Holes. We will be going live. Well, maybe I will just be going live over there. We'll find out. Moss, it wasn't you. She misses her family. Not your fault, Chris. It's 2 joints. Thank you. Chris, it's your fault. Oh, your farts. I'm sorry. Farts that did it. Why she left. Yeah, well, it is my fault then. It is my farts. It could be the farts. I did fart on her, and it was a sad day. For her, not for me. Monday doesn't say much, says Thomas Matthew. Well, yeah, it said she was leaving, so I think that said enough. She got upset with the trolls, says Thomas Matthew. And yeah, well, we can thank this, as 105 people are watching and just jumping in right now. JBH is gone, but not forgotten over here. We love JBH, and you know, the show is going through a transition. It's like I'm becoming a woman now, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. The trolling is very hard out there. And sometimes, and it's not the only reason why she's gone, but maybe you are to blame. The people that went hard in the paint, it went too hard on my beautiful co-host. What the fuck? Cringing! I'm evil! Daniel Murphy! I'm evil. Evil donation! Daniel Murphy making it rock.
If you need help either at the Trident fights or whatever, let me know. I'm around. Drink up.
Shout out to Daniel Murphy. You are wonderful. And thank you for the donations. Maybe we'll do auditions. Maybe we'll have fill-ins and sit-ins and rotate the seat. I don't fucking know. Who knows? All I know is I'm not happy. I'm sad. Got a donation coming in.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
It's Vinny the Chin.
Yay, she's gone. She finally took me up on that offer for pizza on Mulberry Street. I just introduced her to a real Italian man. This is what happens when you're 3 inches hard and can't eat pussy.
It's probably it, yeah.
By the way, Bell Boulevard hookers have resumes waiting.
You know what? Maybe I should go to Bell Boulevard, get one of those hookers to sit over here. Let me know with the ones in the chat if you would like to see a nice hooker here.
Super
Jeremiah White jumping in with the donation.
MOS is fucking gangster and doesn't quit.
That's
Respect.
right. Jeremiah White, you are wonderful. The Holes are wonderful. This is a celebration. No, it's not. I'm bummed out. This is a sad time. Well, anyway, we started up the show, and I see the chat wants some hookers as a co-host. So thank you for voting in. Check us out on Podbean and iTunes. We have our streams over there as well. Bare knuckle boxing, Artem Lobov, no gloves, will be murdering somebody, and it will be a mess. It will be a disaster because someone will die. So we're gonna have to get into the news right now, and bear with me. I hope this doesn't, this is okay, but, well, we got a donation coming in.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Here comes Vlad.
Most get some fat tattooed Puerto Rican chick from the Bronx that speaks fluent Ebonics and says, mad good, a lot. Or a black thug bitch that outweighs you by 150 pounds.
That would be actually...
or.
That would be fantastic, Vlad. What a piece of advice coming in from Vlad. Let me know in the chat if you have any suggestions on who could be the new JBH. Hopefully we can find that new JBH. Thank you so much to the donations on this depressing Valentine's Day. And yes, it does feel lonely, best ever. But it's okay. We are a resilient bunch over here, and we don't give a fuck because we're hanging with the boys tonight.
Hanging with the boys.
All right. I don't have any news song because I don't want to play the JBH song, so I'm just going to have to bring you over to the news, and you're going to have to deal with this. We're going old school here. It's time for the news. All right, here we go. Here's the article. Look, you gotta wait for me here. It's ridiculous.
Artem Lobov signs with Bare Knuckle FC and debuts against Jason Knight. Artem Lobov has found a new home. The Russian Hammer has reportedly signed with Bare Knuckle FC and will be making his debut on April 20th against fellow UFC alum Jason Knight, who was also recently released from the UFC. After a 3-year stint in the UFC, Artem Lobov recently requested his release. It didn't take long for Lobov to draw offers from our promotions. Lobov made it clear in speaking to Ariel Helwani on a recent edition of Ariel Helwani's MMA show what his decision-making process would be centered on. According to the ESPN report, Artem Lobov did not receive the 7-figure deal he desired, but he was able to finalize a 6-figure contract along with pay-per-view points for his 3-fight contract, beginning with his Bare Knuckle FC debut against former UFC featherweight Jason Knight. Artem Lobov and Jason Knight will follow the path of other UFC fighters who have recently competed in Bare Knuckle FC, Betch Rawlings, Kendall Grove, Rico Rodriguez, and former champion Johnny Hendricks.
All right, there's the story. Bare Knuckle. That's right. Bare Knuckle Boxing has the GOAT, Artem Lobov. Artem Lobov is back, but he is in bare knuckle. No gloves or nothing, and he's fighting Jason Knight, which seems to be a fantastic fight. Jason Knight versus Artem Lobov. I love it. I absolutely love it, but I don't love it for Jason Knight. He will die in that cage, and it will be by the hands of the great Artem Lobov. Let's see what you have to say in the chat as we're moving along tonight. What a fantastic night. No JBH. I don't know how the hell we're going to move along, but 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
All right, thoughts on Artem the GOAT Lobov? Let me know in the chat what you say going over to Bare Knuckle. Is it a good fit? Is it a bad fit? Are you going to miss him in the UFC? Let us know in the chat right now. Why should quit? What happened, says Daniel Miranda. Find out not the MMA-Holes. Sean Hart says JBH is in the other room playing Spider-Man. I hope you're okay, bros. Thank you, Raymond Knight. I am wonderful as always.
Wonderful.
JBH got deported, folks. Yep, drunk, not cool. I like Bare Knuckle. It's pretty cool, says Jeremiah White. Why no JBH? She finally fed up with the gingers. Yeah, well, that's the real story. She does not like ginger men. She still does work for the show. What the fuck is Harvey Weinstein? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Fuck this. Take it back to the old school. That's right. Nate R. dropping in. She has a face for radio now, Jackson. Artem who, says Tim Price. Vigo Stockholm. Let's see. That's Staley 2's talking to Vigo Stockholm over there, having a private conversation. Hi, Time Staley. Is it because of the dipshit in the chat, says Colby Johnson? Well, listen, a lot of people in the chat troll hard and strong over there, and I don't know why she gets the hate. I mean, I get it pretty bad too, but I don't give a fuck. But poor JBH, what did she do wrong? What did she do wrong? Look what you did. The people have chased her away from the chair, and that is it. We are JBH-less. This is unbelievable stuff over here. Oh. It's a fucking sad day. Super chat. Proper.
Yo, WTF. Am I on drugs? Most you gangster.
Thank you, Proper, for that proper donation. You are wonderful. You are not on drugs. You are watching the MMA-Holes. I have no idea what you're talking about over there, but thank you for your generosity, and thank you to everyone in the chat for their generosity, because we have some more stories over here, and it's time to get to the next story. It's about a man. It's about a crouching man, and it's about Cain the Goat Velasquez, who will be fighting this weekend versus Francis Ngannou. And this is the story.
Cain Velasquez says, I would have walked away from MMA if UFC's offer didn't make sense. According to Bloody Elbow, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez has said he would have been prepared to walk away from MMA had the UFC not had offered him a new contract that was worth his while. Velasquez will return this Sunday from a lengthy back injury that has kept him out of the octagon since July 2016. Facing Francis Ngannou in the main event of UFC's debut card on ESPN. The 36-year-old said his return was dependent on a new UFC contract, and once both he and the UFC decided on a deal, Velasquez was ready to return to the cage. Speaking to MMA Fighting and other press members at a media day on Tuesday, Velasquez discussed his eagerness to get back into the octagon and his sheer passion for the sport. Only fighting twice in the last 5 years, it's unclear the number of fights included in Velasquez's new deal. Regardless, the former champ is happy with his new contract. UFC on ESPN will take place this Saturday, February 17th at the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. The fight between Ngannou and Velasquez will headline the card.
Look at this beautiful cartoon over here. Come on, Jordan Cain. He won't get hurt. You won't jinx it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Now, let me know in the chat, do you think Cain Velasquez will be victorious? Do you think he will step inside the cage? Let me know right now in that chat room. Will Cain Velasquez even compete this Sunday in Arizona? And if he does, will he get the win against the dangerous Francis Ngannou, as Luke Thomas says? But it's Ngannou, Luke. Get your shit together, Luke Thomas, you piece of shit. All right, let's see what the chat says over here. We have another subscriber, 17,840. Thank you.
Wonderful.
You are wonderful. No Cain will lose. This is Ann H. Food Candy Cane. Oh, my God. Candy Cane. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible, 2 joints. You can't call him Candy Cane. He's back. Cain will kick ass. Cain meeting JBH in Arizona. What? No! David Ambrose saying, hello, my lovely family. Cain will mow him and Ngannou down, says El Senor T. Cain for the win, says watching the machine. All right, scrolling through and over here. Stipe beat the fight out of Francis, says Tim Price. Highly unlikely, says Easy E. Ngannou, says Duke Chronic. I knew it, says Kevin from Chicago. Or more like, I knew it. Cain looks like he aged a good 12 years, his best ever. Well, this is an old picture over here, but Cain Velasquez does look like he put on some mileage on the face. But that's what happens when you get older, right? I think. I don't know. I found a fountain of youth. I never get old. I'm 400 years old, and I still look.
Wonderful.
Well, listen, we are 18 minutes into this show, and it is different. It feels different. The air is out of the show. I don't know. Without my host, JBH, I don't know what to do over here. It's tough for me to read the news to you, and I don't know how to go about this show like this. We have a donation coming in.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It is the great Donald Trump.
That racist with the brown pride tattoo is about to get knocked the fuck out by the black.
The black.
French beast. When he wakes up from that knockout, I will have built more of my big beautiful wall. I need to build this wall. No more brown pride racist filth.
So what do you think about Donald Trump wanting to build a wall around Cain Velasquez? Or, I don't know. Brown pride is his tattoo. Do you think in the chat that tattoo is racist? I mean, I don't give a fuck what he wears. But brown pride can come across as racist. I don't know. Who gives a fuck, right? But then again, if I walk around white pride, I guess that would make me racist. So I guess if you're darker than white, who cares? Who cares? Thank you, Donald Trump, for that donation. You are wonderful. That's debatable. All right, what else is in the news as I scroll through over here? And man, this is tough, man. I mean, doing this show, hosting the show, reading the news, a lot of work. I truly miss JBH. But, things happen and you got to move on. There's change. Let me know in the chat if you miss JBH. I do. I miss her very much. Nick Diaz. Hold on a second. We have a donation coming in. It's from Proper. Look at this Proper underscore. Thank you, Proper underscore, for the donations over here. I mean, what a generous night.
Chat.
Proper underscore.
Most no idea you had a girl voice. You have talents.
I tell you, I mean, my throat is a little messed up today because I have a cold and I have some phlegm in my throat. So I might sound a little feminine when I read the news. I apologize for that, but hopefully it is bearable over here as we go into the Nate Diaz story. That's right. Nate Diaz in the news once again. And let's see.
According to MMA News, Diaz will corner Kron Gracie for UFC debut. MMA fans will get a look at fan favorite UFC lightweight Nate Diaz this weekend. ESPN's Greg Rosenstein reports that Diaz will be cornering Gracie for his UFC debut in Phoenix, Arizona on Sunday, February 17th, 2019. He said, quote, Nate Diaz will be cornering Gracie this weekend at UFC Fight Night. Phoenix per Gilbert Melendez. Gracie faces Alex Caceres in his UFC debut. Diaz hasn't competed since 2016 when he suffered a majority decision loss to Conor McGregor in the rematch at UFC 202. He was expected to face Dustin Poirier at UFC 230 in November. However, the fight fell through after an injury to the diamond. It remains to be seen when he'll make his return to fighting action. Gracie comes into the UFC with an undefeated record of 4-0, with his last 3 wins coming under the Risen banner. He defeated the likes of Ersin Yamamoto, Hideo Takuro, and Tatsuya Kawajiri. All of those victories came by way of submission. He'll be facing UFC veteran Alex Caceres, who has a record of 14-11. Caceres has dropped 3 of his last 5 bouts. His most recent fight result in a split decision win over Martin Bravo in Las Vegas this past July.
All right, there you go, Nate Diaz. In the news, again, in the corner instead. He is not fighting. This is unbelievable stuff. He is not fighting anymore, and this is crazy. He's going to be cornering.
I don't be fighting, I think I'm just going to be calling people, and my brother's going to be partying and shit. I don't know what's going on.
Let me know in the chat. Do you want JBH back on the show? Because I can't do this anymore. I really, my throat is hurting from all this news breaking, and I can't handle this anymore. Let me know in the chat with the ones. Do you want JBH back? All right. Jeremiah White votes for Ann H. I do too. Flat Earth Deacon says 1 yes. Acumen says Sean Hart. Oh, here come the ones. The ones are flying in. They need JBH. They need her back on the show. Sue Joint says maybe next week. So it looks like people are having a good time. But ones are flying in like crazy. Super chat.
JBH had no tits. You still shouldn't have cheated though.
Oh, thanks.
What? Thank you, Poopy Dick Butthole. And oh my God, it's a miracle! Ah! It's a Valentine's Day miracle, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. She is here. She is alive. JBH back on the show with a quick break, turnaround, and here she is hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Jesse, welcome back to the show.
For everybody who thought that they could take JBH's place when she left, sending in comments about, oh, if you need me. Do you really think you can take JBH's place? Do you really think you have what it takes to take this place? Nobody.
Whoa, JBH with some harsh words. Back in the seat. Let me know in the chat what you think as JBH is back on the show. Now, Jesse, what was with the change of heart? You were literally telling everyone that was it, and now you are back in business.
Because I'm a fucking pro.
You're a pro?
Professional. I do everything professionally, including trolling.
Look at that. All right, let me know in the chat. Are you happy JBH is back, yes or no? All right, here's the deal, friends. We have a giveaway, all right? Before we get back into the news, there is a giveaway. There is a donation over here. Shifra Dagnacha.
Your acting is worse than Tenshin Nakasawa.
What? Oh, my God, Shifra. I disagree. Or maybe I agree. I don't know. We'll find out. Thank you, Shifra, for that donation. Thank you, everyone, for the donations. But it is the time of the show where we do our giveaway. That's right. We said there's a t-shirt giveaway. You put wonderful, wonderful in the video, the fight reaction on Saturday. And we will randomly pick out a name from that stream, the comments over there, and you will win a t-shirt. So we have to give one to Sean McKenzie. We have to give one for, who was the other one? Tyler Conrad, if I'm not mistaken, right? Tyler. And we have to give one out to the winner tonight. So let me know in the chat, will you win? And are you happy about the return of JBH? Let's see what the chat says.
Easy E says, there's fuckload of shit on the screen. Chris H says, kinda sucked without you. Zach Galifianakis says, hell to the nah, hell to the nah. You join says, random sex selection. Wonderful, wonderful says Sean Hart. And Hoster says, bare testicle fighting. Drunk Savage, no troll can fook with JBH. It's fucking right, Drunk Savage. J Ray says, wonderful, wonderful Moss and JBH, the ultimate MMA team. Two joins says, Ebony Honey Buns needs a shirt too. Tim Price.
We don't have that size.
It's not the MMS-Holes. Whatever that means. Watching the Machine says, happy, happy, joy, joy. We love Jessie. She is the greatest, says Brad Thompson. Nate R says, stoked. I always drop a wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for playing along over here as we like to have a little bit of fun on this show. Play with your emotions. You know, everyone plays.
You just got trolled!
Oh, shit. Jesse, what did you just say?
Sorry.
Wow, JBH bringing it
I got
back.
a little excited there for
You know what's funny? I got to say this.
Yeah.
As soon as Jesse dropped that she was leaving that whole thing on Monday, the trolling stopped. Like, it completely stopped on you.
Yeah.
So maybe they do like you, Jesse. I don't know. I thought they all hated you. I thought they hated you, but I was wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. It's Kevin fucking Spacey.
Why did you let the Lil Megsy boy with long hair back?
All right, Kevin Spacey, thank you.
Because you love me. Because you can't live without me. No matter how much you want to hate me, you just can't live without me. Even the trolls love me so much that you just can't not have me here.
All right, we're going to move on now. We're done with that. We're done with that whole bit. Jesse is back in the seat, better than ever, and we have something special over here.
Yeah.
There is something that we need to talk about, and then right after this, we will be doing the giveaway. All right, so if you haven't done it yet, run over. Hold on.
Can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Vinny the Chin.
She finally came to Mulberry Street, ate my pizza. I introduced her to an Italian man, but she ran out crying. Luigi pulled his cock out and she got scared. The large size made her ran.
Yeah.
Y'all owe Nanzalone a refund for his $40 suicide donation.
What? That's not a suicide donation. Stop it, Vinny the Chin. And you are wonderful, wonderful. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, after we do this quick read, you can jump on over to our other video. It is the Adesanya. Whoop, we got a donation.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Vlad coming in.
So we will not be adding a fat black thought or a thug Puerto Rican bitch?
No.
She can sit on the couch.
Oh, man.
You doing this on your own was kinda cringe, to be honest.
Oh,
No,
don't act like it was cringe. You guys love watching him before I came along.
You know what was
Come
the
on.
toughest part about that is having Jesse in the corner over there
Yeah.
try to do. That was the hardest part because it was just like, oh, okay. You know, I didn't want to be too shot out of a cannon because I didn't want to look like I was having too much fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this sucks.
Oh, because you wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't want because I could
that.
see after the stream you'd be like, you just had more fun without me.
Oh
than-"
no, I would never
Yeah.
have done that.
So yeah, I didn't. In my back of my head, I was like, yeah.
The only reason that it wouldn't have worked would be if you were excited that, like, it wouldn't have been believable, you know?
Yeah, well, who cares now? We're going to move on. That bit is over. Check it out. Sponsor time. BetDSI. Let's go, motherfucker.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE. Again, that's the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE and earn up to 100% bonus match. BetDSI has been paying winners for 20 years. It's top rated on betting review sites. Use your sports knowledge to make some extra cash. BetDSI is a very user-friendly interface and mobile site as well as the fastest payouts in the industry. It also offers betting options for everything including NFL, NCAA Football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all other major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. New members get a 100% bonus match again using promo code MMAHOLE with the link in the description below. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the fights or any other sports you're watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE and get this limited time 100% bonus offer to make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
BetDSI, motherfuckers, is wonderful, wonderful. That's right. Go check it out. Promo code MMAHOLE. A lot of stuff to bet on over there, and you have a lot of fights this weekend that you can play around with. BetDSI. Check it out. By the way, our boy Aljamain Sterling is an underdog. Super chat, Harvey Weinstein.
Big mistake, JBH. There was plenty of room on this couch and lamp.
You missed your opportunity,
Yeah,
Jesse.
my Harvey audition.
Yep, you missed your opportunity over there. Thank you, Harvey Weinstein, for the wonderful, wonderful donation.
Wonderful.
That's right. I said this over here. looking at underdogs, and Aljamain Sterling over Jimmy Rivera is a favorite over Aljamain, and I kind of get why they do that, but I think I might have to drop some money on Aljo over here, plus 130 on
so?
Fire. Why not, man? Aljo is awesome. We love him, and maybe he'll get the win. Big win for him if he can get past a tough one in Jimmy Rivera. So let me know in the chat if there's anything that stands out to you on this card. Also, Paul Felder is fighting James Vick. It's a close one.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
Kevin
motherfuckers.
Costa coming in. Kevin Costa.
Are you fucking kidding me? I killed myself in front of my entire Canadian family for no reason. Now I'm in hell jerking off to tranny porn for no reason. Good thing rich kids have life insurance. Take all the proceeds, JBH.
There you go. Kevin Costa, thank you. And man, oh man, it's a terrible day. Kevin Costa, thank you. You were wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, so let's do this. We're going to go over to this is the video, okay? It is our fight reaction, Anderson Silva versus Adesanya, UFC 234. It was a lackluster card, but we decided to do a giveaway because, you deserve it, the MMA-Holes. So we're going to do a random drawing right now from the people that said, wonderful, wonderful. Make sure you subscribed and make sure you've liked this video. And we will test you afterwards, as we have 94,815 views on that video. That's pretty wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
And there are a bunch of people down over here. Let's see what we got so far as I'm scrolling down. And let's see how many comments. So there's 72 comments. So you have a chance to win. Now, it has to say wonderful, wonderful. A lot of comments on this thing, but it has to say like this. Pulse Reloaded said wonderful, wonderful. It has to say wonderful, wonderful. So here we go. I'm going to take the link to this video. I'm going to put it on a little randomizer. Okay, let's go over to the random page. I'm going to drop it in right over here. Paste away. Okay, we're going to zoom this shite in. Look at this production over here. Jesse, you pumped up?
I'm always pumped up. What kind of question is that?
All right. I don't know. I don't know, Jesse. All right, so here we go. This is going to be the YouTube randomizer. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right. Start raffle and pick random winner, Jesse. Who will win the MMA-Holes t-shirt?
I'm going to say Sean Hart.
Sean Hart. Okay. Let me know in the chat. Are you the winner? As we click the button. You ready? The drama. All right, here we go. All right, here it goes. There it goes. It's flicking around. Let's see who won. All right, Jesse.
That is not a winner because they did not say wonderful, wonderful.
So let's see. PG and Chill. And what did they say over there, Jesse?
They said, the old Spider can still put on a show. He'll always be the greatest to me, my favorite fighter of all time.
PG and Chill, you are not a winner. You are not a winner. You did not say wonderful, wonderful. We do it again. Here we go. Ready, Jesse?
Yeah, I say Pulse Reloaded.
All right, here we go. We're doing this again. Everyone is on the edge of their seats. You can win a wonderful, wonderful MMA-Hole t-shirt. Let's randomize. And there go all the names. They're shuffling around. And who is the winner, Jesse? As we find out, it is...
No, not the winner. They only said drop.
And it is 2 joints.
Try again.
We're doing it again.
I say Greg on a Blaze.
All right, here we go. We are doing it again. Who
Can I click
wins? You want to click it, Jesse?
Yeah.
All right, Jesse is going to
Ready?
click it right now. She's putting her finger over to start. It is shuffling around. Who is the winner? Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
No. He put sub.
Nope, we do it again. Jesse, you want to click it?
Okay.
Here we go.
I say Michael Anzalone.
All right, here we go. Shuffle away. 70 comments. We can't find a wonderful, wonderful over there. Oh, no.
Mark Falsetti.
Mark Falsetti has won the MMA-Holes t-shirt. Mark Falsetti, you have to let us know by next Wednesday. And if you don't reply by next Wednesday, you are not getting a shirt. So Mark Falsetti, contact us. Go to the MMAHoles.com, shoot us a message, and let us know your information. You need to screenshot that you are subscribed and that you've liked the video, and you are a winner. So Mark Falsetti, thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, chat. Let's see what they have to say.
Everyone's just trying to figure out who Mark Falsetti is.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know, but he is now a winner of the MMA-Holes t-shirt. So let's write this name down before I forget.
Mark
Falsetti over there. Wonderful, wonderful winner. If you're just jumping in, Mark Falsetti has won the MMA-Holes t-shirt. Okay. That was, it's a lot of work. That was a lot of work there for one person. That randomizer was really random.
All right.
Okay. Let's go back into the news, Jesse. I guess we could play this song now, right? Why not? Mark Falsetti.
The news is back.
It's time to fab.
The news is back.
Up.
You can't stop
No
the
fapping.
Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
There's no fapping.
Did you guys hear about Venom's Page's dad's being a pedophile and child rapist? It's 100% true. Google that shit. I sent the info in the Discord. Real is the winner and fully nude in his pool. Mark Falsetti is under 5 feet tall. Make it an XX's.
What? Oh my God. Thank you, MVP's father, for the donation. I did see in the Discord over there, and maybe Jesse will pull it up. I think he screenshotted it. The Discord is the home of our patrons. If you want to be a patron and support this show behind the scenes and be part of our private community, well, just become a patron and you'll be in our Discord. And I think you got to go a little bit more. Did you? No, you passed it. Yeah, so apparently Michael Venom Page, actually it's really not far down. Michael Venom Page's father has been, let me see, hold on a second. Keep going. Whoa. Where the fuck is it? That's Artem. Where the fuck is it? Drop it back in there. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, Jesse found it. All right, here we go. The MVP story over here. I don't think we have a story on this thing. Now, where is this? I don't know. Where is this screenshot from, Jess?
His phone. It doesn't say.
Wait, so this is the heart of the matter? Where is this article from?
That's from the the article.
No, but where is this? Where is he clipping this from?
I don't know.
Real, if you could drop the link in the Discord. I'm going to open up the Discord right now. But if you could drop the link in the Discord so we can pull the source. I'm not just going to read some screenshot. I mean, anyone could have said this. I want to know where it's from so we can have a source.
We can do something else until.
Yeah, so let's move on to the news. All right. I'm going to put the Discord on over here. Jesse, what's going on in that chat room as I pull this shite together?
2 joints. Somehow I feel ostracized because of my nationality. Racist for sure. Does Conor McGregor have 2 baby mothers or not, says Brian Redband? That's a good question. We don't know.
I don't know what the hell. People are freaking out. Like, people are saying, there's these pictures. And we looked at some of these pictures of Conor sticking his fingers up this girl's twat. And I don't even know if that's Conor. We don't even know. His tattoos were on a different arm. And I don't know, nor do I care. But, I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible. I mean, when you have all that money, he's not married. He is in a committed relationship with a baby mama. They are serious, apparently.
They did just post a picture, too, of him and Dee and the 2 kids. Like everything's all fine and perfect.
Yeah, that could be damage control over there. I am not buying it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Mm-hmm. I really wouldn't be surprised. It looks like Jesse, they put it in the Discord. Look at that. Real is... He's like
the actual link?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to put this up over here. It's a hammer, or gavel, I should say. All right, so here's the story.
All right.
Real with some news over here from the bloody tampon. I mean, elbow. I keep on fucking that up.
Michael Page's father in trial for 22 sex charges, including rape and abuse of minors.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Page, a world champion kickboxer and father to Bellator star Michael Page, is currently on trial after being accused of multiple counts of rape and abuse. The 60-year-old has been officially charged with 6 rapes, 14 incident assaults, and 2 counts of sex with a child under the age of 13. Page, who held positions at the Great Britain Martial Arts Association and the British Kickboxing Council, has since been barred from teaching following his arrest. Curtis is a 3-time kickboxing world champion who trained and gave his son Michael his 5th Dan black belt. According to a report from Daily Mail, 3 women came forward a few years back accusing him of multiple abuses between 1985 and 1995. He states that the 3 underage girls looked up to the martial arts instructor as a father figure and person of authority. Page allegedly groped one victim when she was 11 years old, took her virginity when she was 12, and had a sexual relationship for years after.
It's hot.
According to the prosecutor, Page raped another minor after she revealed to him that she had been abused by another older man. Rapes also allegedly occurred after martial arts classes. When she was older, they allege that Page raped her with a blade held to her throat and threatened to throw her out of the window of her 18th floor flat.
What the fuck?
A third woman
Oh my
alleges
God.
that Paige incidentally assaulted her 2 times as a minor before starting a sexual relationship when she turned 16. For his part, Paige denies all accusations, insisting that he only had sex with the 3 girls after they turned 16. According to the report, Paige says that the 3 women just got their heads together to get him into an awful lot of trouble. A trial is ongoing with more information and testimonials expected to be made public soon.
Wow. That's something else. Huh? I don't know how we missed that one. Real dropping in the real news over here. And this story came in. This is from March 17th of 2017. That's where this story is. So no wonder we couldn't find it. Where the fuck did Real scoop? He's probably like, I don't like MVP. Let me dig into the trenches and find something. And boom, slap this down. This is 2017. Just keep that in mind. But still, I mean, regardless, that's some fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. That is some fucked up. So Real doing the detective work over there. But Michael Page has a sketchy family. Oh my God. All right, let's see what the chat says about this situation. I am not an MVP fan. A lot of people don't like Paul Daly. Think he's a prick. But in this battle of the pricks, I am more Paul Daly. I'm Team Daly in this one. In fact, he's the one that snuffed a Koscheck, so I am definitely Team Daly. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he could be a whiner or a complainer, but I'm hoping that he catches him with them fisticuffs and drops MVP to the ground. A lot of fights, 40-16-2 versus a 13-0-0 surging star in Michael Venom Page. So we'll see. What's the chat say?
Thomas Matthews dropping a smoke in the chat. Steve Johnson says if he's American, we can dig Real D. Fact says Paul Daly punched Koscheck. He good. Greg Gunablaze says rape me, daddy. Steve O. Wilson says Michael Seaman Page. Roberto Lopez says 16 is the age of consent in USA. Kevin from Chicago says do your research. See if his dad got charged. Brian Rogers says... Brian Rogers says, like father, like son. Mike Radish says, Jesse is beautiful. I could care less about Venom Page. Roberto Lopez says, sorry, England. Stalio 2, Real is a good agent. 2 joints. It's a fight to get through his show. Sean Hart says, if this is 100% true, he should be bled out like a swine.
So there you go. This is a story from a while back. Michael Venom Page's father in trial for 22 sex charges. Now, I would like to know an update on this story. That would be great to know. I mean, maybe he's innocent. Maybe this didn't happen. Maybe he was framed. I mean, 22 sex charges. Chances are he's guilty, I would imagine, right? But, well, and if anyone in the chat knows, drop it on the MMAHoles.com or in our Discord. All right, let's move on to the next story here on a Wednesday night. JBH is back in full effect. The team is back together. And thank God, because we have a lot of fights this weekend. 2 Bellator and 1 UFC. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I love you. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesse. All right, what do we got here?
According to MMAnews.com, trainer says Gervonta Davis is following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint.
Oh, I hate this guy. This guy's so annoying, Gervonta Davis.
You don't like him?
No, it is little tassels and shit like that. He's cringe.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Real.
Credit to one of my associates. I volunteer with a company that goes after pedophiles online to stop predators. He's an MMA fan and told me about this. I didn't believe it at first, but it's true. MVP's father just recently passed away.
Oh, wow. Maybe the kids got their payback. Maybe that's what happened. The minors. Maybe the minors teamed up and formed a raped Avengers, right? Mm-hmm. And came back. They became superheroes, right? Yeah. They came back and they avenged their raping and abuse and took out Michael Venom Page's father. I think that's what happened. All right, let's get to the stories.
All right. The future is looking bright for WBA super featherweight champion Gervonta Davis. The Tank is one of the more feared punchers in the sport and comes off a successful first-time title defense over Hugo Ruiz. Davis finished Ruiz in the first round with some vicious shots to the head. Now Davis looks to continue to build his brand before taking on the likes of Vasyl Lomachenko. Davis's mentor, undefeated boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., has high hopes for featherweight star. In fact, he believes Tank can become a household name. Recently, Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, said that money left Davis the perfect blueprint to model his career after. He said, quote, Well, if you look at Floyd's career, we are doing the same blueprint that they did. Whatever person that the sanctioning body or the public wants us to fight is who we are going to fight if it makes sense. With his most recent victory, Davis' record improves to 21-0. All but one of his victories have come back by way of knockout. The only man to have ever gone the distance with Davis was Germaine Moraes in 2014.
I am not impressed with this guy. Nothing stands out, but what do I know, right? We're the MMA holes, we're not the boxing holes. But his last fight, I wanted to take a nap. I don't know. I don't think he's that good. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's nothing as special I've seen out of him. And who has he really fought? Who cares about this kid? Floyd, stop it. Go away. Get out of here, Floyd. Get out of here. Get out of here, you motherfucker. All right, let's talk about Kelvin Gastelum. Mr. Wormface.
Mr. Wormface.
Yeah.
Or Staff Face.
Staff Face. That sounds good, too.
MMAnews.com says Kelvin Gastelum is compensated for UFC 234 and seeks a summer rebooking. Kelvin Gastelum made a long flight to...
summer?
Yeah.
What?
In about 4 months. I'll tell you.
I don't want that.
Kelvin Gastelum made the long flight to Melbourne, Australia with the belief that he would be challenging Robert Whitaker for the middleweight championship in front of a sold-out Rod Laver Arena at UFC 234. Gastelum made the trip with the intention of returning to the States with some extra luggage in the form of UFC gold. As it happens, Kelvin Gastelum did don some UFC gold while in Australia. The only problem is the common perception among observers and those in the know is that the belt was a rental from flyweight champion Henry Cejudo. With Cejudo's championship returned to its rightful owner, Gastelum was eventually assured that he still would not leave empty-handed after all, according to manager Ali Abdelaziz. The amount is said to be in six figures, though no specific number was disclosed. What was specified, however, was when Kelvin Gastelum would like to rebook his title fight against Robert Whitaker. Of course, Robert Whitaker is fresh out of a hernia surgery, and there's no concrete timeline for his return. Medical experts have projected recovery for hernia surgery to be roughly 4 to 6 weeks. If Whitaker recovery falls within this ballpark, a June or July rebooking would seem realistic.
All right. I'm going to make a prediction here, Jesse.
Yeah.
Kelvin Gastelum is not the next one in line. I'm going to say that Robert Whitaker will come back. Mm-hmm. He will defend his belt, and it will be against Israel Adesanya. I think Kelvin, unfortunately, he got compensated, but that's about all he's getting right now. Now, maybe down the road, he's still young. Maybe down the road he'll get another smack at that or swipe at that belt. But he's got some interesting people breathing down his neck right now. And Adesanya is the golden child. So I'm going to say Adesanya versus Whitaker will be the next fight. Well, the next heavyweight fight. Middleweight fight. Unless they throw one of those Fugazi interim straps. Then I think Adesanya versus Kelvin might be the fight. But if Robbie comes back, Bobby Knuckles, I see this last style bender, I see Knuckles. That's what I see over there. Jess, what do you think?
I don't know. I see Gastelum Whitaker. I see that happening. I think that it does line up just perfectly for Whitaker to not only recover from surgery, but to also go through whatever camp he needs to, whatever training he needs to, and same for Gastelum. And it just seems like it would match up perfectly. And, I mean, it would make sense, especially since they didn't get a fight this time around.
All right. Let us know in the chat. Also, let me know your thoughts on if Adesanya doesn't get the next crack, who does he get? And I think a lot of people beat him. I really do. I said it before, I think Chris Weidman would beat him. Yoel Romero will knock his head to the fucking moon, in my opinion. Jacare Souza, there are people out there that I really feel would take down the last style bender, but for some reason I think he's going to get a shot at the strap next. All right, let's see what the chat says.
Duke Chronic says Whitaker is a glass Joe. Steve Wilson, I think it's Astelum versus Nux, and Israel gets winner. Sean R says Bobby looked his best before his stomach turned after seeing that
You
one.
can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
This is Australian history donating.
The United Kingdom shipped all of their pedophiles, rapists, and murderers to an island. Named it Australia. No wonder why that punk Whitaker pulled out. Just look at his weak genetics. All pedophiles should hang from a short rope.
I'd like to know where you got this information.
It's an actual history book.
Yeah.
Just donated to us. Australian history. Thank you. Look at that. That was pretty wonderful over there. Back to the chat. Love to know what you think about the next fight. Gastelum looks like he wants it for the summer. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, Jess.
Thomas Matthews says nobody beats Izzy. Jay Madden says Patrice Bergeron of the Boston Bruins played 6 games and I missed the rest. Colby Johnson says Adesanya is a fucking beast.
All right, so
honestly undefeated.
I do want to look. Go back into the chat. Sorry about that. I was thinking out loud, but I do want to look at Adesanya, who he fought, right?
Jay
And
Madden
6
says hockey players are cut from a different cloth. Killer Clown says Jesse.
Jesse. That's right.
Killer
If you're
Clown.
jumping in, Jesse's back. She's back over here on the MMA-Holes. And it is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jess.
The Gay Lobster says gastelum is a cunt. Brian Redband says gastelum is the current champion. Roberto Lopez says doesn't put MMA holes into seats. Jay Reyes Bakes Cookie says rest in peace Joe Rogan, Drunk Savage. Healthy Whitaker kills them all.
Okay, so I'm looking through Adesanya right now, okay? Adesanya versus Wilkinson. Of course, he's undefeated, so of course he's getting wins. Vittori. We got a decision, and I think this, if I'm not mistaken, this is a finish. Yeah, in the second round. The first fight was a finish. Second one was a decision. Adesanya 5-round decision over here against Tavares, which is a tough fight. All right, that's tough. I'll give it to him. Derek Brunson was his next opponent, and vicious fashion knocks out Brunson. Is Brunson that good? I mean, that's to be determined. Not to be determined, actually. Brunson is not that good. Right, he looked so horrible in that fight. Like, he looked so sloppy and shook, and before he even got into the cage, it was just a joke of a fight. And then he beats a 43-year-old Anderson Silva, who still is Anderson Silva, but it went to a decision. How can we make the judgment that he is that good? You know, I can't. I really can't. It's just the path that he went on, in some impressive moments, some flashy stuff pops out of it, but coming from his opponents, I am still not sold. I don't see how he beats Weidman, and people probably would be like, what, are you crazy? I don't see how he beats Romero. He might beat Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa against Uriah Hall looked like he was kind of stuck in the mud, but Costa did win. Who else we got in the mix over there at middleweight? I'm just drawing Jacare Souza. I don't think he beats Jacare either. Maybe this one I would be completely off with. But I know Jesse's pretty high on him. And what do you think? Do you think that he is the real deal, judging by his history?
Yeah, listen, I understand the whole hype train thing, and I've been guilty of jumping on hype trains in the past and being completely wrong. But I just have this bizarre feeling about Adesanya, and I think that, yeah, he's a hype train. Maybe he is a little overrated, but I think he has genuine potential on that same token. So I do think he's the real deal. I don't think that he's a complete hype train like what everyone wants to make him out to be.
I see people are saying, like, see his fights before the UFC, and I've seen him, and he's got a nice little highlight reel over there. But this is the UFC. This is mixed martial arts over here. And has he been tested against a true grappler, like someone that's going to fucking really attack him, take him down? Like, I mean, I am not seeing it. He's very good on the feet. He is. He's a nice little striker over here. He does all those fakes and that ninja movement. But this is mixed martial arts, and I don't think that ninja shit keeps you on top of the game very long. I don't see that, but like I said, I could be wrong. All right, a couple of comments from the chat. We have 2 minutes. We have 2 hours of swollenness, and we have some stories. We'll open up the phone lines. What else we got in the chat?
Brian Redband says Adesanya is a complete martial artist. He can grapple too. Two Joint says I'm going to jump in front of a hype train if I don't get an MMA-Hole shirt. Staleo 2 says MMA is all about getting tested. That's a good point, Chris, says Paul Fay. Thomas Matthews says nobody's taken him down so far. Chris, your voice sounds like human, says Two Joints. Easy E says Israel is undefeated. Harvey Weinstein says he absolutely shredded Tavares. Looked like a ton of skill too.
Yeah, that was impressive. The Tavares fight was impressive. I'll give you that.
Roberto Lopez says yes, but he is a white belt in MMA grappling. Mystic Max says Devin Desai. JBH laugh, such cute snicker laughs, says Master Troll. David Flores Jr. says ninja shit Stockton motherfuckers. Thomas Matthew flexing in the chat. Data 5,000 versus Greg Hardy, says the Gay Lobster. Sean Hart says real. Stop it if it wasn't for England, America would speak Spanish. Plus, I'm more English than Australian.
All right. Thank you, chat room over here. Mitrione versus Karatanov is Friday night. It's on the Paramount Network. It is Bellator 215. Then the following night, Saturday night, is MVP versus Daly, a fight that we've been waiting for a while. These two are supposed to be matched up multiple times, and now they fight. A welterweight World Grand Prix. We'll be reacting to that card as well. Some notable things to look at on this card. Here's your main card. It's Daly versus MVP. You got Congo, who's been looking a lot better as of lately, which I thought he was done, but I'm wrong. Vitaly Minikov is his opponent at the co-main event. Big Country, Mirko Krokop. So what the fuck? This is happening. We have Amasav versus Silva. which is pretty much of
Who the fuck is that guy?
right. I mean, we got some good record here. 20-0 is Amasov. I'm not familiar. We've probably seen him fight, but I don't recall. Against a 29-0 Silva. We have the ladies. That's right. Scissor time. Loretta versus Fletcher. But something I want to talk to you about on the preliminaries. A bunch of MMA-Holes, former MMA-Holes are on this card, so I think we might go even earlier. This weekend is going to be a lot of fucking streaming, so let me know in the chat if you will be
Hanging with the boys.
All right. So we have Sarah Payne, who's on the MMA-Holes before, is fighting a Alexandra Balou. Sarah Payne from the Premier FC, also from Premier FC. Pat Casey is on the card. He is 4-0, fighting a Merkarajov.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Then we move along to Zima versus Lechenov, which I don't know too much about. We have Plaza versus Rodriguez. And then, boom, Jesse Kosakowski was on the MMA-Holes. Keep an eye out for Jesse Kosakowski. I am telling you, this kid has the goods. He's young, he's strong, he's powerful, and his grappling is very, very impressive. We scroll through a little bit more, and we see a friend of the show, Justin the Fort Sumter, who they say is 0-1. Which is completely wrong because he's 6-2. So I don't know how that worked out. But Justin Sumter is fighting Reginaldo Felix on that card. Another thing to look out for is the Bellator on Friday. I forgot to bring this up real quick, and then we'll get back into the news. But Bellator on Friday has a kid that might be the next thing. The one that Bellator is really pumped up about. They keep on trying to grow this young talent. And this is Mitrione versus Kadyranov, or whatever the fuck. Kharitonov, thank you. I'm going to scroll through here. Here's a small face. He's back. But here it is. Mike Kemble, who's 2-0. His first two fights were like devastating knockouts of his opponent in the first round. The kid has swag. Check him out on Instagram. We haven't gotten him on the show yet. But this kid is the real deal. He's very tough. He's got Pico power. He's like another mini Pico that's coming up over here. Keep an eye out for Mike Kemble, who's fighting John Duma, who's 3-1 versus 2-0. Jesse, you've seen Mike Kemble fight before.
Yeah.
What do you think about this kid? Do you think that he is that guy? Do you think he's the guy that's going to be the next in line?
Yeah, I think that he has a lot of potential to be the next champ. The
kid is a savage, and that is his nickname, the Savage. He is very, very promising. So check it out for Mike Kemble over there, and that's your Bellator stuff. We're going to talk about the UFC card as well, but we got some news, Jesse. What else is going on over here?
According to MMA Fighting, Daniel Cormier says Stipe Miocic needs to take a fight and earn a rematch.
Can you chew your gum a little bit more before you get the news out, Jesse? Get it going a little bit in there. Hold on. I know it's too fresh in your mouth. There we go. Chew it a little more.
Well, you did ask me right when I put
I know.
gum in my mouth.
I want you to chew it more. I want you to be comfy during the news. Here we go. All right, Jesse's chewing on her gum. Okay. She's doing her Chris Weidman.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about Daniel Cormier. DC, motherfuckers.
All right. Daniel Cormier can sympathize with Stipe Miocic's position. That doesn't mean he's going to just give him what he wants. It's no secret that Miocic wants another shot.
All right,
I just bit my tongue.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you bit your tongue.
I just bit my tongue.
Good, that's what you get for chewing gum on the goddamn show.
Okay.
How dare you? Unprofessional. Your first show back in a day. And this is what happens. It's unbelievable. All right.
Okay. It's no secret that Miocic wants another shot at Cormier after being KO'd by DC inside of a round at UFC 226. That loss snapped a stretch of back-to-back successful title defenses for Miocic, the best streak ever by a UFC heavyweight champion. He argued that warrants an immediate rematch, especially since he granted Cormier a title shot in the challenger's first fight at heavyweight since 2013. Cormier disagrees. He recently mentioned on social media that he felt Miocic was acting, quote, entitled, and elaborated on those thoughts during a recent appearance on the MMA Hour. What bothers Cormier most about Miocic's rematch request is that he's been inactive since their fight last July, while Cormier went on to defend the heavyweight title against Derek Lewis at UFC 230. For comparison's sake, Cormier pointed out that his twice-suspended rival John Jones is set to compete for a second time in less than 3 months, while Miocic has been idle. Cormier admitted that the sport is a dirty game and that the only way to guarantee that you're in a favorable position with the UFC is to fight as often as possible. For Cormier, that meant battling through a few nagging injuries to take the fight with Lewis, an opportunity that he didn't think would interfere with his plans to close out his career with a big money fight against Brock Lesnar. Those plans have left Miocic as an odd man out, chasing an opponent who has the leverage to pursue other options, and right now, Cormier isn't pleased that Miocic has been inactive and opposed to fighting to keep his place in line.
All right. Daniel Cormier, Miocic. It seems like a story that is constantly going back and forth, and I'm so fucking sick of it. I really am. Stipe does deserve a rematch, but all his bitching and complaining. Oh my God.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Sign up for MMA-Holes Patreon right now.
Patreon.
Real is exposing pedophiles both dead and alive, all while fully nude in his pool. Bill Maher, Roman Polanski, Woody Allen, Andy Dick, Jared Fogle, and R. Kelly all have one thing in common. All are pedophiles.
There you go. MMA Holes patron. So if you want to get a scoop on the peds, the pedos,
What are you lost about?
check it out.
What are you lost about?
Junk Savage said I'd be lost without you, and I said I'm always lost. So in fairness,
Even with me?
I'm lost regardless. He said I'd be lost
how
without
can we find you?
Well, I mean, I am a lost soul, Jesse.
How can we find your soul?
If I knew, I would have found it already. So
You can't use my line. That's my line.
how the fuck is that you?
because you say,
Yeah.
like whenever you ask me a question about myself and I'm like, oh, if I knew, I would have done this already. I say that a lot.
When was the last time you said that?
Like 2 days ago.
You're full of shit.
No, like 2 days ago, you were like, I
right.
can't remember what you said.
I got to say, this is actually pretty funny. Anytime you say something to Jessie, and God bless Jessie, she's a fantastic person, but she thinks she coined every phrase. So any phrase from back in the day or any like corny joke from back in the day, she's like, that came from me. What are you talking about? Chewing on that gum. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Welcome back, JBH. All right, let's move on because I do want to take some phone calls. We took phone calls on Monday, and everyone was all somber, but now it's a joyous occasion. You're back. The goofiness is back in action, and the show is back together.
Copycat.
The band is back together. So, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the same, right? It would not be the same. All right, what else do we have?
All right.
The news.
According to MMA fighting referee Mark Goddard explains his viewpoint in the Jimmy Crute versus Sam Alvey stoppage at UFC 234. Mark Goddard didn't have the luxury of slow motion instant replay over the weekend. He didn't have the benefit of going back when his decision was already made. In hindsight, though, after watching his stoppage in UFC 234 fight between Jimmy Crute and Sam Alvey again, the referee admits he might have done things differently if he had another chance. Crute rocked Alvey badly and dropped him in the first round with a right hand at Rod Laver Arena in Melbourne, Australia. Crute then walked away like the fight was over, but Goddard had not called it. Alvey was able to recover a bit, but shortly after ended up in a terrible position, turtled up with Crute raining down hard blows. Some of those blows did not get through and land, but some did. Some hit Alvey's arms. Goddard stepped in, though, after 16 thrown punches in that sequence and called off the fight, believing Alvey was done. Alvey immediately popped up and furiously argued the stoppage. Alvey, who is known for his sunny demeanor, was so angry he stormed out of the octagon immediately after the result was read by announcer Bruce Buffer. In a vacuum, Goddard said he would not have stopped the fight based on a ground and pound sequence alone. It was how bad Alvey was rocked earlier and the face-down position he was in at the eventual end that made him pull the trigger. Alvey was giving a thumbs-up sign, but Goddard said he did not see it because he was focusing on where the punches were going. UFC President Dana White criticized Goddard's stoppage in the UFC 234 post-fight press conference, saying the ref did a really, really bad job. White said he also took issue with how Goddard acted on the initial knockdown, leading Crute to think the fight was over. Regarding the comments, Goddard said he believes White has seen 1,000 fights and is entitled to his opinion. On the Alvey knockout, Goddard said he did what he always does, try to get to the pertinent position as quickly as possible.
Okay. I keep on dismissing this one, but I'm not going to dismiss it now. I'm going to talk about this, all right? With my own beautiful eyes, I saw this, right? And I thought it was fine. Goddard almost stopped it in the beginning, let it keep going, and it looked like it was done in the beginning, and Goddard pulls away. The fight keeps going. Sam Alvey is stumbling around like a lunatic, gets dropped back down, and is just getting pummeled. And they're saying, well, he was defending himself. I didn't see that. I saw punches coming right through, and Sam Alvey just like eating them. I mean, how much more do we need? He didn't switch any positions. He was literally crouched over and just eating shots. I don't now. I can understand why Sam Alvey was in the moment complaining about this because his head got fucking hammered.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't thinking rationally. But I don't understand what the uproar is. I really don't.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Greg Odin Blaze.
Don't forget MMA-Holes. Real is selling dick pics on Twitter. Good ones too. DM Real for a package deal, winking face.
We'll be sure to do that right after the show.
All right, Greg Odin.
I wanted to
Thank
say
you.
real quick before we move on. In fairness to, or in defense of Mark Goddard, I didn't see Sam Alvey with a thumbs up thing either. You actually brought that up to me that he had his thumb up, and Sam Alvey did mention afterward that he had his thumb up, but I didn't see it. When I saw Goddard stop that fight, I didn't see his thumb up. All I saw was him taking blows to the head, so I could see how Goddard could have missed that.
I look at it like this. If a fighter is bending over, and I'm showing it right now, right? Here's his beautiful ass, Sam Alvey's ass. He's not moving, right? He is not even trying to squirm out of it or move around or do anything. He's literally crouched over, just eating punches, and he's not even trying. And this is after the fight was almost stopped in the very beginning, right? What more does the ref have to see? You could see Goddard yelling in the corner. You got to do something. Now, the TJ, I know a lot of people like to compare this to the TJ thing. To me, it's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
TJ was getting fucked up, and this is a super fight situation. TJ Dillashaw looked like he was going for that single or whatever. Say what you want. It looked like TJ was still there trying to get something going. Now, if the fight kept going and he got fucking pummeled and finished, you know, it is what it is, but you still got to give the fighter the champ a chance, especially as the main event, 2 fucking belts on the line. I mean, what's going on? This is a different situation. This is smiling Sam fucking Alvey, for God's sakes, opening up the main card, pretty much the preliminaries, and he got dropped once. Goddard was going to stop it, and then he's there, not even moving. He's bent over, just eating punches for not doing anything. So what do? It's apples and oranges. It's ridiculous, and I can't even believe we're talking about this because it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Now, this is something that's interesting. It's 3 fights in a row that Dana White's been complaining about the refs, right? I think that song and dance has got to stop. I understand, you know, if it's a title fight, it's a big fight, blah, blah, blah. But when it's these other fights over here, what are you going to do?
I honestly, when it comes to Dana White, it doesn't surprise me because it's not any different than him shitting on his own fighters. Like, Dana White is notorious for shitting on people in his own organization because he can and because it makes him look better in some bizarre way. In his own world, it makes him look better to shit on everyone else around him, whether they're in his organization or not, whether he's paying them or not. So for him to go after his refs like this, especially as of late, it honestly does not surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, let me know in the chat what you think about Dana White constantly attacking the refs. And there are some times where you just want to pull your hair out, you know. And then you have these close incidences, and it is what it is. You move on. I mean, Smiling Sam, he was not smiling at the end of this. He was furious, absolutely furious. And apparently this has happened between him and Goddard before. I don't recall that fight. I don't know what happened. But I guess if it's your second time with this happening, I guess I could understand being upset. But watching it, I didn't see a bad stop at all. But who cares, right? Chat, what do you say?
Roberto says they are not his refs. They are part of the commission, but they're still working under his organization. So Celio 2 says, I never have sucked a penis in my life.
Are you sure, Staley? Are you sure?
Big
Not that
Nick
there's anything
Digger
wrong with that.
says, I like Dana. Brian Redband says, Dana White is always asked questions. So he Dana White is always asked questions. So if he likes to put people down, he can't help it.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case, right? It seems like if Dana has the opportunity, he will throw you swolely under that bus. He did to Amanda Nunes. He's done it to his champions, for God's sake. So it's not just refs that he goes after. He throws everyone under the bus. So I guess he's consistent, right? I guess you can go with that.
Can I just say this Cupid with the eggplant is probably my most favorite out of all of these Valentine's Day GIFs. The Cupid. I love the Cupid.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I think
trying to make them bigger for you.
I think that's hilarious and very tasteful for the MMA-Holes.
It is pretty tasteful. Here, I'll make them nice and big for you. A nice big eggplant Cupid. There he is. That's actually that's actually me. I put a little Jufro on, put some sunglasses on, and I am humping a eggplant. Unfortunately, Podbean and iTunes listeners cannot see the beauty of the eggplant angel. Well, happy Valentine's Day, Jesse. I mean, it's good to see you back over here for Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mystic Boss. Mwah. Mwah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to rip my headphones
Don't
out of
get
my
weird. Stop
off my
getting
head.
weird over here. Jesus Christ.
That
This is the
is
MMA
weird.
holes for fuck's sake.
Let me know in the chat, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? It is Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I never did. Jessie celebrated. She got into a skimpy outfit.
Yeah, let's just tell the world.
Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that? All right. But let me know in the chat how you are spending Valentine's Day. Even if it's with your hand, it's fine. But the fact that you're spending it with the greatest show on YouTube, the MMA-Holes, the greatest community in the world over here. I mean, look at these people over here. They're beautiful, sexy beasts. Let me know what's going on over there. And happy Valentine's Day to you motherfuckers. Fuck this holiday. It's a Hallmark holiday. It's stupid. So I wouldn't be upset if you don't have one to fuck.
Roberto says, I'm going to shoot guns with the girlfriend.
Nice.
Brian Redband says, going to court on Valentine's Day. Wish me luck. Uh-oh.
Good luck.
Good luck. Big Nick Digger says, my whore is sick. Going out to pick some low-hanging fruit.
My whore is sick. Oh, I hope she gets better.
NH says, I just fapped to JBH kissing Mystic Moss. Easy E says, I'm masturbating ferociously to Artem Picks. With Miss Palmer and her 5 sons, says Sean Hart, smoking and eating, says Brian Reuter. Antonio Torres says, Hallmark, ha 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 ha. Stelio2 says, JBH, will you be my Valentine? No.
All right, Jesse. Will you be Stelio2's Valentine? No? Is it still a no? Think about it.
No.
Okay, there you go.
And he says, Fook
Wonderful,
Valentine's
wonderful.
Day. Jay Madden says, is today Valentine's Day? Oh shit, I thought it was the 14th. It is tomorrow.
Yeah, but we
Jinx,
will...
you owe me a Coke. Can't talk till I say your name.
You know what's funny? What we're doing for...
Talk
What are we...
till I say your name.
Did you make
Can't
that
talk
up?
till I say your name.
But did you make
Chris.
that up? Oh, okay. Did you make that up too?
Wonderful.
Tomorrow on Valentine's Day, would you like to let them know what we're doing? I mean, we're getting a break. Let me just paint this picture for you. Okay.
Wait, I thought you want me to tell him.
All right, I'm going to paint the picture. I'm not going to say what we're doing, but we're going to wake up nice and early, right? Probably around 5:30 in the morning.
5.
I'm going to wipe the crud out of your eyes, Jesse. Like, psst, it's morning.
And then I'm going to make breakfast.
Happy Valentine's Day. And then you're going to hear the sizzle of the eggs as the aroma of farts, because eggs do smell like farts. They're
Right.
going around just scrambling or whatever, however you're making it. The toast in the toaster. We're going to get in the car. And where are we going to drive, Jesse?
To the tax guy.
Yes, Valentine's Day. It's very romantic because we will be with the tax guy. So, Mr. Tax Guy, I hope you have your cock out because it's going to be a bumpy... What? All right.
Wait.
I don't know. Anyway.
This went down the wrong
yeah.
turn.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. What else do we have in the news? JBH.
I'd like to say.
I love you.
I love you. I love all of you, even Staley.
Jesse, read us the news. Oh, Jesse, I want the MMA news.
I love all of you.
Wake up, finish work, whatever you do, it's gonna be okay. JBH
This is so romantic.
has you covered with the MMA
Yes, Drunk Savage, even Steve Johnston.
news. Jesse, read us the news.
I am. My cunt, don't you love it? Get in the spirit.
Oh, Jesse, I want the MMA news.
It's so nice. Happy Valentine's Day, chat room.
Jesse, read us the news.
Don't be sad, Steve Johnston. It's Valentine's Day.
Jesse.
No need for trigger, Torkenstein. Don't be triggered.
I want the MMA news.
Fap.
Hit me with the faps in the chat.
Thank you, Nate R.
JBH is back.
Beautiful.
Thigh gap. Blowjob blips. Thank you, Staley.
Speaking to the mind.
Just for you, Staley. J. Oh.
To this AZ community. Thank you.
For all you do.
All you do. Jesse! Read us the news.
You're in the zone, Easy E.
Oh, Jesse!
Would you like to sing with me, Mystic Moss?
I want the MMA news.
Thank you. According to BJPen.com, Israel Adesanya compares Robert Whitaker to Dominic Cruz, saying this is another one of those. Undefeated UFC middleweight contender Israel Adesanya does not want to see the promotion's 185-pound division held up by injured champ Robert Whitaker. Whitaker was supposed to defend the UFC middleweight championship against Kelvin Gastelum in the main event of UFC 234 this past weekend in Australia. Unfortunately for fight fans, Whitaker was forced to pull out of the title fights just hours before the event, this after he suffered a collapsed bowel that required immediate surgery. With that, the slated UFC 234 co-main event bout between Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva was bumped up to the event headliner status. Adesanya would go on to defeat the former UFC middleweight kingpin Silva via unanimous decision. Now a perennial top contender at 185 pounds, Israel Adesanya is not in the mood for waiting around and says that the division must move on. Israel Adesanya, who has recently turned his focus to Kelvin Gastelum, believes the UFC will introduce another interim belt due to Whitaker's absence. He said, quote, I'm sure they'll try to put an interim thing in there, but the interim thing is just like a little band-aid. They throw it on anything. An interim belt, guys are constantly not making it to work, so just strip him and he'll be the number one contender, and eventually he can come see me.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Adesanya compares Robert Whitaker to Dominic Cruz. I saw this earlier, and I was like, that's pretty accurate, right? Robert Whitaker is hurt a lot, although this instance wasn't something that is, I don't know, we can't really get on him for. The problem is he's been hurt a lot. Whitaker's been hurt a lot, and that is an issue, but if he can't get back soon, then you got to strip him. So the question in the chat is, does Robert Whitaker get stripped? Yes or no? All right, let's see what the chat says.
But says Steve Johnson with a syringe and a mask. Drunk Savage says he won't claim it to give it to an OG. Roberto says better than the PPV for free. Sonhart says, why would anyone try to take away what Bobby has done? I bet if Izzy went 5 rounds with Romero, he would not be in O.
All right. That's it? That's all you want to read?
Yeah.
You're done? You're not going to give anyone a voice. That's it.
Yes.
No one's allowed to talk anymore in that chat. No, they're still talking.
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. You want more news? Is that...
No.
No? You don't want more news? All right. Let's see what else. She doesn't want to read the chat anymore. She's done with the chat. She's retired from the chat room. All right. Let's see what else we have in the news.
BJPen.com says Rafael dos Anjos. What?
Hold on. Come back, Jesse. You're here. You've been doing very well. You're zoning out a little bit. You good?
What the fuck?
All right. I don't know. You're kind of in zone mode. You're in the loop mode. You good? I think what we need is this, Jesse. Oh, what the fuck? Why is Pizza Face there? Hold on a second. We'll get rid of this. We put the 80s fist grab on the screen. 80s fist grab.
Wonderful.
Had to dig it up. All right, Conor.
According to BJPenn.com, RDA says Conor McGregor fight would be worth the drop in weight. If it wasn't for former UFC lightweight champ RDA, we never would have seen the two wars between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. Before Eddie Alvarez was the lightweight champ, that label belonged to RDA, who was supposed to be McGregor's first champion versus champion bout, as McGregor came up from the featherweight division that he was holding the title in. Unfortunately for Dos Anjos, a broken foot forced him out of the biggest bout of his career, thus leading to Diaz stepping in on short notice. Now, a few years removed from this time, and both McGregor and Dos Anjos are coming off of losses in different divisions. McGregor at lightweight and Dos Anjos at welterweight. But as he only gets older, Dos Anjos admits he is starting to look for the more exciting fights, and McGregor's definitely one that he missed out on in his career to this point. After having seen how current champion Khabib Nurmagomedov did against McGregor, one would assume that it further gives Dos Anjos confidence, as he's one who has also found success in his career by being a tough pressure fighter. Although the likelihood of a matchup materializing at this point seems very uncertain, Dos Anjos still believes that he could finish McGregor over the course of 5 rounds.
I don't know, RDA. I don't know if I care about this. We cared about it, and then you got your period, right? Isn't that what Conor said? You got your period. So I don't know how I'm feeling about this RDA. I mean, listen, everyone wants a piece of the Conor sweepstakes. I don't know if that RDA fight, that's never going to materialize. So I think everyone should just stop wasting their time with this shit. Do you think that RDA should make that cut again and try to face Conor? No. I mean, for him, it's a great move. But do you think that's ever going to happen?
I think it'd be a terrible weight cut, and I think that it would ruin his agree to fight the way we are used to seeing Rafael dos Anjos fight, and I don't think that it would be a fight worth watching.
Wait, hold on a second. All right, so now I disagree a lot on this. I don't think that we should see the fight. I don't think it's ever going to materialize. But this man will make 155 again to get that payday.
I'm not saying he wouldn't make weight. I'm saying I don't think it would be easy on him.
Well, he's done it before. I mean, it was a hard weight cut before. And that's why he is at 170. Older. So you think that he shouldn't put his... Well, Cowboy Cerrone, what about him?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that because he's older and this isn't the same kind of weight cut that he would have made at the time that he was supposed to fight Conor McGregor, I think that the weight cut would put a huge toll on him. And I don't know. I think it would ruin his ability to put on a good fight with Conor for us to see.
Let's see what the chat says. I'm curious to see what your opinions are on this whole situation. It's never going to materialize, but just out of curiosity, do you think that RDA can do it healthy, get to 155 again? He was the champ over there, and he had some little run, RDA, but he got smashed and went to 170 looking good, and now he's on a losing streak. So let's see what the chat says.
Staley 2 says, I predict Conor KOs the next bitch ass he fights. Antonio Torres says, Corner would fuck him up, pardon my French. Brian Reuter says, abortions should be mandatory. Smooth. Jay Smooth says, Vlad, cops catch on after a while. Because Stockholm is telling Jay Smooth to go live. Kevin from Chicago says, you don't get red panty night on a 2-fight losing streak. Van Shipman says, Cejudo versus Butterbean is a fight to make. Jay Smith says, facts, Brian. Roberto says, too many opportunities for Conor. Two Joint says, morning after pills make great gifts, Brian. Vlad says, Jay Smooth, a closet full of bloody cloths hangers. I can see that.
I see in the chat they're saying that JBH come out of retirement. JBH is back.
A cumin.
She is back in the saddle. If you missed the beginning of the stream, you could watch the dramatics of her return. But she is back. She never really did leave. A little theatrics on Monday's show, and now she's back in the saddle. If you want to say to the new people that jumped in, if you want to give your State of the Union address, how you kind of trolled.
You just got trolled, motherfuckers! Thank you.
There you go. So that's JVH's response. You just got trolled, motherfuckers. So take that to the bank. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Right? Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
If you're jumping in as well, we spoke about this. Artem Lobov is in Bare Knuckle. He's fighting in Bare Knuckle. Someone will die because his gloves have been stripped of him, and he will be punching with his magical fists. I need to know in the chat, do you think now him versus Jason Knight's an interesting fight? It really is. Jason Knight is dangerous on the ground, but this has nothing to do with bare knuckle boxing. So now you're going to have two guys stand in the pocket, and we're going to have a backyard brawl. And I'm in. I am in. I love this shit, and I feel bad for Jason Knight. He's a nice guy, but he will die because Artem Lobov will lay those beautiful hands on his face, and Jason Knight's face will explode from the power. So let me know your thoughts on that. Jesse, what are your thoughts? We didn't get to speak to you about this.
First, can I ask you, does this thumbnail look like two left hands?
Does it look like two left hands?
Yes.
Well, I know the answer, so do you want me to answer or no?
Someone said, 2 left hands, nice touch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I see a right and a left. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see.
Yeah. I see a right and a left. I don't know. I have no idea what they're talking about. Let me know about the murder. There will be a murder, and Artem Lobov will be the guilty one, the culprit. All right. Oh, Jess, we didn't get your opinion. So what do you think about that fight? Oh, here she's back. She's back, motherfuckers. Jesse is back in full effect. This is the hour, right? Usually when we go an hour and 20 minutes into a show, we don't. It's all no holds barred. We don't know what's going on. What is going through your mind right now?
As you were asking me that question, I saw Kevin from Chicago say JBH was hiding under the desk like a weirdo.
Yeah.
And I just
yeah.
I just thought of when you switched the screen, trying to act like you were reading as me, and I was sitting down here and I saw my head peeking on the corner of the screen, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
She got so mad.
That was so funny.
So Alan, if you're just jumping in now, we did this whole thing where Jessie wasn't here, blah blah blah. We had her read the news, blah blah blah, and it was supposed to be this dramatic entrance. But I saw how the bit was going. I'm like, this is stupid, right? So what I did was I had her in the corner reading the fucking news, right? And she's looking at me like, what the fuck? It's like I ruined the moment. But the bit was going nowhere. So I was like, yeah, fuck this. This is stupid.
Yeah.
You know, it got dumb after a while. So I thought it would be funny to have you get in the corner like, what the fuck? Anyway, that's what happened. All right, so let us know about Artem Lobov, Jesse. Bare knuckles, no gloves.
Yeah.
What do you think about that whole situation?
Listen, I think that Artem Lobov is the GOAT, and Lord Lobov can do whatever he wants, and he'll do it great every time. So, more power to him.
All right, Goat Bob
I'll watch.
back. Yeah, man, we got to do a fight buddies to that shit. That's gonna be funny as fook. Do you have a date on that? I know the story was read, but I was too busy worrying about your retirement. So Jesse's gonna check that. We'll see what's going on in the chat. Where were you for 6 months, bro? Ha 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 ha.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
See what Vlad has to say with the Artem donation.
Artem plus bare knuckles equals death. Not a chance it goes past a round. Name the last time the GOAT has been finished. That right. You
Never.
Can't.
Could you imagine? I mean, we are going to see this man lay his hands without glove in the way, without any padding on a man's face. I don't know what to say, Jesse. This man will hit someone with his bare fists.
Yeah.
He's not a man, he's a god. Look at him. He has gloves. We need a picture of him without the gloves.
Yeah.
We have a picture with him with gloves, but we need one without the gloves. Mm-hmm. Maybe perhaps 2 left hands. Maybe we could do that picture. All right, let's see what the chat has to say about Artem Lobov.
It's April 20th, by the way. His debut is April 20th against Jason Knight.
April 20th.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's look at my calendar. I'm going to see if I'm free that day.
Yes, John Hart. That was a nice touch.
All right, let's see. The April 20th, I'm looking at my calendar on my China phone. This phone is fantastic, by the way. Yo, by the way, did they ever get back to us? I don't even know. We have to.
Oh, yeah, they did, but they're not doing.
Oh, fuck them.
I'll tell you.
Fuck the Chinaman. What is this phone called? It's a
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi. This thing is fucking fire. Like, you pay money, and this is no sponsor over here for this. They should sponsor us. But you get an iPhone or a Galaxy, $800, $900. This Xiaomi shit, you get it for $400. It is loaded with everything you need. The good part is it has your fingerprint on here, so it goes right to China. All your personal information goes to China. So shout out to China knowing my information. But it is one of the best phones I've ever had. It destroys any phone that I've had before. It's crazy. If you guys want to save some money, get one of these motherfuckers. April. Okay, let's see. April what?
20. 420. Hashtag 420.
Is it 420?
420.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
That's Premier FC.
Well, we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, we can't do that. Well, now the good news is that might be a ring announcing job. But if it's not a ring announcing job, then there is no UFC that night. There is no UFC that night. Jesse, if I'm getting paid to talk in a ring, we're going to do that. If I'm not, we're doing this. So chances are we're doing this. There we go. But if you are looking for anything going on that night, there's nothing. There's nothing UFC-wise. So Bare Knuckle with Artem Lobov and Jason the Kid Knight is a free night, friends. And it is on 420. How ironic that they make it on 420. It's wild, huh? I miss the dirty looks. I'm so happy they're back. I miss them.
Well, sometimes you deserve them.
I don't know. You know what the best dirty look is? Like if she's reading a story and I answer someone in the chat, she's like this.
Yeah, because it's like, no, I don't give you a dirty look for
It's
that.
like that. What's that?
I look
gopher?
at what you do because I'm like, well, I guess that this story doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. I'm listening to the story, but I'm answering a question. And you get mad about it, but it's hysterical. You know what it reminds me of?
I never get mad.
Oh yeah, you're not mad.
I don't get mad.
It's just the look. It looks hysterical. The look I like. It reminds me of, remember the gopher? What was that fucking bam bam bam? That fucking, what is it called? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. What was that thing called? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. We'll get back into the news, but
I know what you're talking about.
where the fuck is it?
Yeah, leave me alone.
What is the name?
Roberto. Thanks.
Yeah, she's
Roberto.
angry, not mad. What is the name of the gopher thing? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. This is like way back.
Sorry, Sean Hart. I'll quit if he doesn't lay off.
She'll quit again. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. All right.
What?
Go back into the chat. See what's going on there. I'm gonna find this.
Vlad drops the dirty look and then a smile.
That pretty much sums it up.
You know what that emoji's called? That emoji is called unamused. If you guys type in :unamused, that emoji comes up. So technically, I'm not giving you a dirty look. I'm giving you an unamused look, which is theoretically better than a dirty look.
It is hysterical, but this is what the look reminds me of. All right, I'm going to show you guys right now.
It's a chipmunk, not
Hold
a
on
gopher.
second. Hold on. Yeah, it's a chipmunk. Hold on a second. This is what, I swear to God, I'm going to leave this on the screen. This is where JVH gets mad at me. This is what I fucking see. You can't see it on Podbean and iTunes, but this is what I fucking see all the time. Like, I think I'm just gonna leave this here. Anytime Jesse gets mad, we're gonna pull it. It should be that would be funny. Like it's not mad. Anytime something goes
eyes.
intrusive thought. Intrusive thought brings this. Bam, bam. Welcome back, Jesse. We love Jesse. Everyone in the chat, drop a welcome back JBH because she is wonderful. Wonderful. All right, let's move on. You want me to show it again? Actually, you know what? Can you look into the camera right now and give me your best look?
So if I was facing the screen, and Mystic Moss is right here, and
this is what I see. This is what I see, guys. Hold on. Whoops, I fucked it up. Hold on. All right, try it again.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave the face there. Hold on. Leave the face there. Leave the face there, and let me do it again.
Okay.
All right, ready? You can't look down. All right, anyway, let's move on. This is getting so dumb. My brain cells are falling out of my head. By the way, if you're just jumping in, winner Mark Falsetti. Mark Falsetti has won the t-shirt. So Mark Falsetti, slip into our DMs, or check us out on the MMAHoles.com. There is a contact section over there. You can shoot us a message. Just give us your information. Make sure you screenshot the like and the subscribe so we know that you're eligible. And we need to know by next Wednesday. If we don't find out by next Wednesday, we do it again. We do it live. All right, Jesse, there's a lot going on over here. By the way, thank you to the Holes over here. They are going ham in our merch store. A lot of people buying some merch from the MMA-Holes, our new line of gear over here, the MMA-Holes official swag, and I can't thank you enough. So if you want to get yourself some merch, some other stuff over here, if you didn't win and you just want to get yourself a t-shirt or a sweater, hat, mug, any of that bullshit, check it out, support the show, and rock out with your cock out. Be wonderful, wonderful. It's like when you go to a game, right, Jess? And you're wearing a player's name on your back. You don't want to wear another man's name on your back. You want to rock that you're from the greatest community of all time.
I wear moss on my back with that jersey I have in there.
You wear me on your back when we're naked too, Jesse, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, nailed it!
Hold on. All right. What else do we have in the news? By the way, shout out to Bet.
I didn't get a fist bump. Nailed it!
All right, there we go.
You didn't explode.
Yeah. All right, there it is. Okay, the cringe is back, friends. The cringe is back. It's here. Check out BetDSI, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Get your bets in. There is a promo code, link in the description. It's called MMA-Hole. By the way, someone is winning some serious money over there. We can track the betting and stuff like that. And thank you for going over there and just checking it out. By clicks, it looks good for us as well. And we were looking on BetDSI. Someone is going on over there. We can kind of track what's going. Someone is making bank. So whoever that is making bank on BetDSI, congratulations, my friend. I'm glad you're winning some money. Check it out, BetDSI. Link in the description. And let's move on to the news, Jesse. What else do we have?
UFC on ESPN 1. Velasquez versus Ngannou. Fight card and start time, according to BJPenn.com.
Ooh.
On Sunday, February 17th, the UFC will make its debut on ESPN with an exciting 13-fight card. In the main event of this debut UFC on ESPN card, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez will make his long-awaited return to the octagon, where he will battle ferocious knockout puncher Francis Ngannou in a cage-shaking showdown. The bout will be Velasquez's first since July 2016 defeat of Travis Brown. Ngannou, meanwhile, will look to build on the momentum of a first-round knockout of Curtis Blades. In the UFC on ESPN 1 co-main event, James Vick will look to bounce back from a tough loss to former World Series of Fighting champion Justin Gaethje as he takes on the ever-dangerous Paul Felder, who looks to rebound from a welterweight loss to Platinum Mike Perry. Other highlights of this debut UFC on ESPN card finally include a strawweight fight between Courtney Casey and Cynthia Cavillo, a featherweight showdown between Alex Caceres and Kron Gracie, and a welterweight fight between Vincent Luke and Brian Barberena. Without further ado, the list full of UFC on ESPN 1 fight card, along with the start times for each portion of the event, can be found with the link posted on the MMAHOles.com message board.
All right, a lot of things to look at over here. This is a fight night. This is in Arizona. Let me know if you're in Arizona. Let me know if you'll be attending this.
Super chat.
Oh, shite balls, Scallywag Nation.
Do my eyes deceive? Is that Jesse or a body double? My heart can't take a body double.
Unfortunately, it is a body double.
That's right, Scallywag. Check it out. Scallywag, thank you for the donation. If you missed the beginning of the stream, you missed the theatrics of JBH's triumphant return. Thank you so much for the donation. She is back. She is here. She's ready to rumble, and she's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jesse. This card over here, which we will be live for, this is in Arizona. The Funk Master. It's not a bad card. The Funk Master is someone, oh, hey, look at this. Andrea Lee back in the cage as well after she got beat up. So she'll be back in there. A couple of things. This guy, Benito Lopez, is a loony as well. Likes to bounce around the cage. Get shit done. I like the prelims. I like the main card. In fact, I think this card is better than the on paper. It looks better than UFC 234. The only thing I don't like is the James Vick Felder co-main event. I mean, James Vick got embarrassed by Gaethje. I mean, it could be a good fight. You know, they bring it on the feet, and Felder's never really in a complete boring fight. Mm-hmm. So it's fun. I don't know about co-main events.
It's interesting to me. I like it.
Why? Now, I understand that they want people at the end of the prelims to kind of watch the main card, but is this on ESPN, the prelims? What is, do you know?
That's a good question.
Aljamain Sterling versus Jimmy Rivera. Why is this not the co-main event? How is that not I mean,
the prelims are on ESPN.
All right, so the prelims are on ESPN. So ESPN Plus is the main card?
ESPN Plus is early prelims, and then prelims are ESPN, and regular ESPN is the main card.
So what are we doing?
So the only ESPN Plus is the early prelims.
ESPN Plus, early prelims.
And then ESPN is prelims and main card.
All right, here's your early prelims. Wow, how about Barao? What a fucking nosedive he's done. This guy was unbeatable. And now look at him. He's fighting on the early prelims. Man, oh man, did he fucking drop from Grace's. And now you go to prelims, the Funk Master. I mean, this guy should be the co-main event, him and Rivera. I think, at least. Am I wrong here? I don't know. Against James Vick and Paul Felder? I mean, it could be a good fight, but do you think it's a co-main event?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I actually like that fight.
Over well, you know what? Jimmy Rivera, he's been in some duds. I mean, he has that long winning streak, but I mean, there are some fights where you're like, oh, for fuck, is this thing over yet?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
And I would kind of like to see this after Gaethje and everything too. I think it'd be an interesting fight.
All right, here's the question: Cain Velasquez versus Francis Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
right, Luke.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Ngannou. Ngannou is a plus 200. Oh no, that's Nurmagomedov. Hello. What am I talking about? He's a plus 1401. Francis Ngannou. So he's an underdog, not by much, but he's a plus 1401 with Cain Velasquez. Do you think, and I know you've backed Francis before, do you think that's a good bet to make as an underdog? I mean, what are your thoughts on that whole thing?
I don't really do the betting scene too much, so I leave that to you, but I don't know if it's much. I don't know. I can't really answer that question for you because it's difficult for me to determine. I don't do all that.
All right. So, well, I mean, in the fight.
But as far as being an under or over, I think it's fair. I would put Ngannou as the underdog anyways against Cain Velasquez, but
would you, I mean, well, who are you pushing? I mean, I know who you like.
Yeah, I'm pushing for Ngannou, of course, and I do think Ngannou does stand a chance. So,
all right, so
is
you
that
have
what
nothing.
you're asking?
All right, so forget it. Let's think what the chat says. I think that it's a bad bet. I really do. I don't. Now, listen, Ngannou has that power. We don't know what Cain Velasquez we're going to see with that long layoff, but it is Cain Velasquez, and I don't like the bet. Now, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen because you never know with a guy with the layoff like that, but he still is that Mexican stud, and some say he is the GOAT of the heavy boys. So I don't like the bet, but let me know in the chat, are you team Ngannou, and will you be placing wagers in that direction?
Sean Hart says, will the MMA-Holes be on, or not the MMA-Holes be on tonight? Well, not tonight because we have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Real quick, Mark Jackson says Cain has not fought since the Reagan president.
Wonderful.
Reagan was president over there. So that is true. That is a true statement. Cain Velasquez has not fought since the Civil War, too, even before that. What else is in the chat, Josie?
Flat Earth Deacon says, Happy Valentine's Day, JBH and H2. Happy Valentine's Day, Flat Earth Deacon. Tutorin says, Pinata nipples are a cumin. Jay Smooth says, won't. Brian Roger, Artem wanted $1 million a fight, and now he's in bum fights. James Wood says, Jesse, you are special and love the way you read the chat. Why, thank you, James Wood. Thomas Matthews says, Cain, fist pump. Jay Smooth says, Cain is old. Sean Hart says, thanks, Jesse. Antonio Torres says, Cain is a trooper, so that is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't, man. I know Ngannou bounced back with the Curtis Blades fight, but I can't go against Cain in this one. Let me see. The one underdog I would go with is I like Aljo. I know Jimmy Rivera, he deserves to be a favorite in this fight, but I think the Funk Mass is on a little bit of a run here, and he's hungry. He says this is his final run where he's going to go for that strap. Is he going to be a champion? That's debatable, but he is on a fantastic run. So I like Aljo as an under in this fight, a plus 130. I'm trying to think if anything else sticks out. Let's see some big ones. I mean, right off the bat, the John Jones fight, there is still a heavy. Anthony Smith is still a plus 700. So if you just want to throw money out there just for the fuck of it, why not with a guy that's plus 700? Check it out, BetDSI, link in the description. All right. The MMAHoles.com is where we have our stories. And what else do we have in the news, JBH?
According to Bloody Elbow, Cris Cyborg is unsure about her UFC career with the removal of women's featherweight rankings. The February 11th update of the UFC's official rankings featured major changes. Apart from Israel Adesanya and Montana De La Rosa moving up the ladder after their respective UFC 234 wins over the weekend, the women's featherweight division is no longer part of this list. For the former champion Cris Cyborg, this is not a good sign of things to come in terms of her UFC stint. Cyborg has one fight left in her UFC contract, and her coach Jason Perillo had already declared that she will be staying put to try and reclaim her title, but whatever she ends up deciding upon, the 33-year-old Brazilian fighter plans to stay on for a little longer. After a 13-year win streak, Cyborg got her first taste of defeat at UFC 232 in December when she was knocked out by Amanda Nunes in less than a minute.
Cris Cyborg. All right. This is interesting stuff over here. I think her days are numbered, unfortunately. Bigger things are around the corner for Cris Cyborg, and she lost the strap to Amanda Nunes and not giving her a rematch. So, listen, WWE, they're knocking. They're going to be knocking on her door real quick. I see that coming. All right, Jesse, what else do we have? I want to open up the phone lines to say hello to the people. Hello to the people. If you're just jumping in, Artem Lobov, 3-fight contract, 6 figures, will be fighting Bare Knuckle April 20th. That's right. Shout out to the potheads in the chat. Do people still say potheads? I don't think so, right? Do people still?
Stoners?
Yeah, I don't think people say. Let me know in the chat as I celebrate the 100 likes, Jesse. Look at this. Look how nice that looks.
Can I sing it?
All right. We should do a 100 like song. All right, 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope that this lifestyle appreciates.
Yeah, I think that's a dated term, right? A pothead. I don't think anyone says that anymore, right? No, after it came out of my mouth, I'm like, I don't think anyone says that.
Pothead is a vintage term.
Yeah, I think that we've retired it.
Yeah, I would think it's stoner.
But stoner has to be old too, right? Stoners and potheads
is like hippie days.
Yeah, oh yeah, both vintage terms. Yeah, so yeah. All right, let's see. Oh look, Two Joints took Vlad's mute. There is a fight over the mute button over there as Two Joints has just stolen Vlad's mute. Jesse, now what do you think about that? Chat room people stealing other people's things in chat. Oh my God.
You thieves! You thieves! You can't be original. You just can't be original, can you?
Oh my God.
Once, try to be freaking original. Come up with your own shit. You're just like Mystic Moss stealing all my lines.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. There's full-time MMA stuff going on in the chat. Jeffrey Dahmer stuff going on in the chat. Me with JBH stealing all her lines. Unbelievable. I can't believe this chat room. A shame on all of you. By the way, when is Game of Thrones coming back? Is that in April?
I don't know. I don't watch that show.
Well, you better be fucking watching that show because I'm going to be watching it. That's for sure.
Paul stole my commentating style.
Wonderful.
I love this crowd, man. I love the audience. Everyone is wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sticking around. 100 people still hanging with the boys over here. On a Wednesday night. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate it. I never do. I am not a Valentine's Day person.
We get it. You're not a romantic. We get it.
No, I don't like Valentine's Day. In fact, what do I say to you? And I've said it to everyone. It's not my holiday. It's not a holiday, right? It's bullshit. Valentine's Day is bullshit, although your gift was very nice.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is still bullshit.
That was nice. It was a nice gift. It was a nice touch. But Valentine's Day is bullshit. Let me know in the chat, do you celebrate Valentine's Day as we wind down the news and we'll try to open up some phones?
Sean Hart says, I hate if I post something great, Jesse misses it, and then someone else writes it and gets the laugh. Sorry, Sean Hart. I'll try and pay more attention. I am the wordplay master, says Two Joints. Valentine's Day is a scam holiday, says Jay Smooth. Chris H says, Happy Valentine's Day to the both of you. Thank you, Chris H. Blowjobs are not gifts, says Two Joints. Scam Gambit, says Sean Hart. Well, in fairness, Two Joints, it wasn't just a blowjob, so just so you know, it was an actual gift. Michael Enslin says, no, but I like the candy. Schlagboy says, JBH is in the mutter frickin' house. Too bad we lost Kevin Costa yesterday. Flatter Thinking says, hell nah, been married for 20 plus years. Thomas Matthews says, you just ruined JBH's Valentine's. He did.
What?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't. What do you mean?
Jason says, Valentine's Day is a fraud. Sailor G says, every girl I dated cheated on me. That's unfortunate. Big Nick Digger says, just a special day to punt one off in your hook.
All right, so just a special day to pump one. Yeah, I'm not with Valentine's Day. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. I just cleared my throat and your ears. But I am under the weather with a cold. Not sick, just have a cold. All right, what is the next story over here? Do we have it on the message board? What am I looking for? And then we'll try to take some calls. Ted Bundy. Oh, my God.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Let's see what Ted has to say.
Guess who's back? Any hitchhikers need a ride?
Ted Bundy didn't go after just hitchhikers, guys.
Actually,
you really don't know much about Ted Bundy if you think he just got hitchhikers. Dahmer
was the hitchhiker,
picked up hitchhikers,
sure,
but not Bundy. Don't ask me how we know that.
He's crossing his lines. I mean, he might have got a hitchhiker, but yeah,
I don't think Bundy ever picked up a hitchhiker.
We know too much about serial killers. I mean, we had to study them because of our audience is actually, there is a stat in our analytics, and it says 50% of this audience is indeed a serial killer.
Murder.
Yeah. So that's good to know. All right. What else do we have, Jesse? I'm still looking for the story. What am I looking for? Because it's
right there at the top left.
Okay.
Mike Bone, a senior reporter of UFC Today Sports and MMA Junkie and Rolling Stone, posted on Twitter today the Bellator double fight week in full effect. Paul Daly having none of MVP during their first official face-off. Now, if you skip past the other face-offs and go to 43 seconds in, you can see the face-off between MVP and Paul Daly. This is not really a story, but it is definitely something interesting to watch.
Yeah, I did see this. Excuse me. God damn, I can't fucking. My throat is closing up. The poison is setting in. I think. We'll go to the Zoom. How about that? Let's go to the Zoom screen. I have so much shit here. It's ridiculous. Look at Scott Coker. He looks like he's in fantastic shape. Right? Scott Coker. Looking good. Swollen, sexy. Scotty doesn't know. All right, here we go. We're going to zoom in. All right. Like that. Look at this, JBH. Look at this fucking production. Man, oh, man. All right. So this is the video over here. This is their stare down. And I really am rooting for Paul Daly. I really want Paul Daly to win this one. I'm not on the MVP hype train. Wouldn't be surprised if MVP wins, but I'm rooting hard for Mr. Daly. All right. Here we go. All right, so hold on a second. He put his fist out. Let's see this again. Oh, he went for a handshake. Okay, yeah, that's right. Here we go. Puts the hand out. Scott Coker shakes his hand instead, Jesse. Look at that. I missed that. Like Scott Coker grabs his hand. He's like, I'll shake your hand. MVP's not. And then they don't look at each other. All right. There you go. Paul Daly versus MVP. Let me know in the chat, who do you have? Who wins that fight? Daly or MVP? Jesse, what are you looking for? All right, hold on. For real, though. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. You're going all spastic right now? She's hunting for something. Where's that little bottle? What are you looking for, though? Can you tell me? You're going crazy looking for a bottle of sanitizer. There is literally, 10 minutes left in the show.
Gatorade on my pants. I don't want to.
You spilled Gatorade on your pants. So go wash it off. All right, good. We got you. All right, chat. Who you got? If you would have seen what I saw, she's bent over, like knocking shit over, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, use soap and water. Take your pants off. All right, Daly or MVP? Let me know in the chat. MVP, his dad was a pedo. How the fuck can you root for that guy? Split decision. Hope there's legal knees. His 2 joints. Jesse has 100,000 thoughts a day. This is true. I hope Daly smokes him, says Paul Faye. She's looking for the proper 12. Proper 12! Here it is, the proper 12 over here. Jesse, is it off?
Yeah, don't look at my pants. Looks like a bead.
Jesse, let me see your pants. Show your pee pants since you've. Oh, there you go. Jesse pissed herself. You were really looking for that sanitizer. All right, let's open up the phone lines. We have 3 fights this weekend, friends. We're doing Fuqua Friday / Fight Buddies for Bellator. We have Bellator on Saturday, and we have the UFC on Sunday. Man. That's a lot of MMA holes right there. I'm going to open up the phone lines. And Jesse, say hello to that chat room as I open up the lines to talk to some friends.
Khalil Rosa says, I'm heading to both Bellator fights this week. Vigo Sakam says, Chewy time. Antonio Torres says, size ain't shit. Poor Jesse. I just missed the rest. JBH Wetter Pants is drunk savage. Not the MMA Holes tonight, Moss. No, we have to wake up super early tomorrow. Kodos and the Executioner says, Daily pea plants. Staley 2 says, Vigo, JBH could be his granddaughter. How dare you? Jay Smooth says, I hope one of them dies. 2 Joint says, someone call in and sync the show. Sean Hart says, real call. NH, hello. Jesse, hello. NH. Vigo Stockholm says, 2 Joints, haha, sync the show. Master Troll says, put NH on the phone. Pissy Elliott says, Mark Jackson.
All right, 8 minutes left in the show. The phone lines are open at 516-522-0267. 3 fights this weekend. A Fuqua Friday along with a Fight Buddies. Should be interesting. JBH is back. So those of you who were devastated on Monday, well, don't be devastated anymore. She's back. She's in full effect. And she's been in rare form as usual tonight and wonderful.
Wonderful.
Any more stories? Mm-mm. All right, so that's it with the stories. That's it. 105 likes. Thank you so much for that. And what another show in the books. Valentine's Day. And we are doing our taxes tomorrow. When is everyone doing their taxes in the chat, or are you avoiding the tax man? I'd love to know. Artem Lobov, Fists of Fury, April 20th, will be fighting Jason the Kid Knight. Call up about that. Let us know what you think about Gotbov and his unprotected hands. Do you think someone's going to die, Jesse? I really have a bad feeling that we're going to see a death in the cage. And it's not Artem. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Jason Knight.
Jason
Knight. I think his face is going to face first.
Well, he got a big payday from being friends with with Conor and the Russian Hammer. It's going to be interesting, right? Now, I saw some people in the chat saying, imagine he gets paired up against Felony. We got to get Felony on the line. Yeah, Felony Charles Bennett, I know your YouTube channel's coming back. We need to get your ass back on the show. We need you to call out Artem Lobov. Imagine Felony versus Lobov. Imagine that shit, Jesse. Goat versus goat. Black goat versus a white goat. We've never seen Well, and you know what's funny too? Felony has a Russian following. Felony says he's Russian black. So a black goat versus a white goat going at it with no gloves. I mean, this is it's hoof on hoof. Oof. Hoof. Who wins that fight, Felony or Artem Lobov?
I'm not answering that question.
I'm not answering.
503, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Just say it, Jesse.
Hello, Jesse. Hello, Chris.
Hey, what up, Ann H? What's going on? Jesse's so happy that she's flickering.
God.
Jesse and Ann H, she's back.
Jesse!
Ann, you're making me flicker.
You know what, Ann? Can you call back?
You're flickering.
Ann, give us a call back if you can.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll give you a call back.
All right. Yeah, see that? Look at that. I don't understand. It's certain calls. Let's see if Ann flickers us again. Let's see if it happens. I don't know why.
Don't answer if it's not Ann, because we have to give her a fair chance.
All right, Ann, call us back. We need to get Ann's thoughts on this whole thing. The flickerage. That flickering is brutal. I don't know if it's a Logitech thing, or we do want to switch our camera, so we might be doing that soon. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's people vomit when the flickering happens. People start having seizures and they start vomiting. I actually see it in the chat. Why are you doing the gopher again? What is that about? Super chat. Niall Flanagan.
Woof.
A cumin.
There he is, Niall. Thank you for the donation. Thank you everyone for the donations tonight. Very generous friends. And hopefully we get Ann. Oh shit, I got to open the phone lines up. Sorry, Ann. Call. I fucking didn't open the phone lines up. How dare I? What's so funny, baby? What's up funny?
I think I've just had too much sugar tonight.
Yeah. Too much sugar? When did you have sugar?
Gatorade.
What? Oh.
I had 2 bottles of Gatorade.
You had 2 bottles. That's healthy. 2 bottles. Nothing active, just Gatorade. All right, there we go.
Hi, Ann.
All right, she's back. Ann, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Hi, Jesse. Hi, Chris.
All right, we're working now. Ann H, sorry about the technical difficulties, but Jesse is in front of the screen right now, front and center, back. She has trolled the audience. She is here. Ann, what are your feelings?
Yay! Jesse's back. My wing woman.
Now, let me ask you, Ann, did you believe the shenanigans on Monday?
You know, kind of, sort of, but you were scaring me when she wasn't. Yeah, it seemed real.
I even went through the trouble of going back and changing our intro to really fuck with people a little bit. I think that threw a couple of people off when I changed it back to our old intro, and there was no JBH in it. So yeah, we went there. We went there, but we are fucking trolls anyway. And it's good to hear your voice on a luscious night tonight, Wednesday night, a wonderful, wonderful night. And what are your thoughts? I mean, 3 fights this weekend. Will you be doing the casino every night, or we have some free TV? So will you be home with the holes?
Yeah, they're on TV. Yeah, everything's on TV. Yes. Bellator
right.
Friday night. Bellator Saturday night. UFC Sunday night.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes!
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 Just what a great weekend just before my birthday on, the 19th. Yes, great.
Did you say it was your birthday?
February 19th.
What?
Happy birthday
Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's not a birthday, Jesse.
Happy soon birthday, dear Anna H. Happy birthday to you.
That was beautiful, Jesse. Thank you.
But it's not a birthday, Jesse.
But I said soon birthday.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, she said soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now, it's not every day that you turn 21. What will you be doing on your birthday, Ann?
Yeah, I'll be turning 21 again.
All right. Good stuff. Are you going to be going out?
I'll be drinking.
Are you going to be hanging?
I'll be going out.
You hanging with the boys?
Hanging with the boys.
Well, it depends.
Will the cowboy bobblehead be involved in your birthday?
The cowboy bobblehead. Well, he will be. Yes, I'll take him out with me.
Yes.
How about that? We'll take a picture. I'll take a picture with him. We'll drink a Budweiser together.
That would be hilarious, though, if Ann H hits the casino with the cowboy bobblehead and then takes a bunch of pictures.
Super
that would be actually pretty awesome. We got a super chat.
Wonderful, wonderful voice, JBH. We love Ann H.
We do love Ann H. That's right.
That's right. All right, so let me know in the chat if you want to see Ann H hit the town with the bobblehead, the cowboy bobblehead. Would you like to see that, Jesse?
Absolutely.
I
would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. You know what I would do? I would pin something to my shoulder, something completely ridiculous like that, and then go out and interview people and act like it's not there and just have them, and I'll be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. That'd be funny,
what we should
right?
do? I just thought of something right now. What if we do this? We get something that is big enough, but it doesn't cost a lot to ship. So we gotta get something flat and easy to ship, and then we send it to one of our viewers, and then that viewer sends it to a viewer, and then that viewer sends it to another viewer.
The $1 bill thing?
Yeah.
The Where's George or something.
But they
like
could
that?
only send it to MMA-Holes, right? And we'll see if it can get around and come back to the MMA-Holes.
You know what? We could put it on a website, like a tracking thing on the website, and they log into the website and they type the code in from wherever they are, and it can actually track from what state they're in.
Well, how the fuck are we going to do that?
It's kind of like Where's George. Have you ever heard of that?
You know how to do that?
Yeah. So it's easy to set up.
Like a mad scientist over here.
No, but it's like Where's George? You log in and you put, whatever state that you got it from, and then it tracks it. Like, it puts a number in.
All right, so Jesse got all scientific. I just have an idea here. Jesse's like, okay, here we go.
I'm just saying.
You'll have to explain it to me again because I'm old, but okay.
All right,
got you guys.
I don't know where Jesse went there. She's saying that it can happen, and she's getting all high tech with us. All I'm saying is we should get like a poster or something, or anything, or maybe, I don't know. We will figure it out. We send it to, say, Ann H. Ann H sends it to... I don't know, Vlad. Vlad sends it to this person, and everyone sends it to another MMA hole. And then by the time the whole thing is signed or ejaculated on, it comes back to the MMA holes, and we put it on the wall.
See, Nate R knows what I'm talking about.
How about that?
That would be, that would be cool.
We got to figure this out. All right. Maybe we'll start
Not
off.
sure if I want everybody to know where I live.
No. Well, what I'll do is I'll give you our return address. So that's what we'll do. The return address will always be the MMA Holes address. Don't give your whatever you do, unless
I got you.
Yeah, the person that you send it to,
that.
if they want their address, well, then that's on them. But that's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, and
good idea, guys.
Woohoo!
Last thoughts, Ann, as JBH is back on the show.
It's awesome, and I love you guys. And happy Valentine's Day. I know, Chris, even though you don't celebrate it, that's cool. And I already said happy Valentine's Day to most everybody in the chat, so they all know who they are.
All right. And happy Valentine's Day to you and Mike, and I hope you smush after this call.
Yeah. I'm just going to be lonely.
Why?
No. What?
What happened, Ann?
Well, he works later.
Oh,
he works later.
Ann, I demand...
So most all we'll do something that morning. Yeah, there we go.
I demand...
I got an idea.
I demand that you sleep in extremely late so that you can stay up for however long it takes for him to come home. And then when he comes home, I want you to greet him with red panty night.
Ooh! Red panties! Woohoo! Good idea. There we go. Okay, Walmart, here I come.
All right. Ann H, red panty night. I'm loving it. Ann, have a good night.
You too. Bye, guys. Love you.
All right, Ann H. We love Ann
She
H.
goes, Walmart, here I come.
I mean, where else do you get the red panties, right? Walmart is the place.
I got my red lingerie from Amazon.
Yeah?
2-day shipping, Ann. Amazon.
Okay, there's advice. There's lady advice on the MMA holes. This was great. Jesse's back. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone in the chat, but we must go. We'll be back on Friday, Fuqua Friday. Bellator 215 is the event. Mitrione versus Karatanov. We'll be live for that. A lot of interesting things on that card we'll be talking about, and we will be playing the points game and rolling
the Die of Doom.
That was autistic.
Wonderful.
I wanted to be part of it.
And yeah, that's that. All right. Everyone in the chat, leave your comments as I almost just fucking ended the show right there. As you hit my arm, I almost just hit end. And then welcome back, Jesse. You can't make this up. She's laughing. That's all that matters. Welcome back to Jesse. Thank you for watching, chat room. JBH, say the magical words, and we will be out. Wait, what the fuck?
Who's Cody?
Someone's calling us on Messenger. That needs to stop. All right, we'll take this one call. Here, take the call from Cody.
Cody.
All right, Cody's calling. I don't know. Someone's calling on a Facebook Messenger. Let's see what this is about.
Hello, you have reached the services of Host Gator.
What is going on over there?
What is going on over there?
You guys got the coke?
Do you?
You gonna bring me my mule?
Now, why did you fake your death? What happened there? What was it with the death faking?
Hang on. I'm snorting coke. Hang on.
Let me hold this. Okay, go ahead. Explain yourself. All right, we're done. Thank you. All right, thank you for the call.
What
All right.
the fuck is that?
All right, so the reason why I took it from you is you got to hang up. You got to, like, if you don't give it to you. So that was the One-Eyed Billy. He's not dead. He's not dead, right? Unbelievable.
He's dead.
One-Eyed's back. So we'll open up the phone lines to One-Eyed Billy for the next time, maybe on the Fuqua Friday. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so that is gonna change. We're gonna have to turn. Actually, I'll just put it on.
No, you can't. I think there's a setting that you can use.
There we go. All right. We are done with the show. Thank you so much for joining us. JBH, say those magical words. And I don't know, how do you top that, right?
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.